Greetings, I'm Barrett.
And I'm Ridley.
And welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be doing a 2,000 point battle report for Warhammer 40k. We're going to be playing, I'm going to be playing the Adeptus Custodies.
And I'm going to be playing the Chaos Demons.
Yeah, the evil demons. We're doing this because we had joined a league this summer and we have to play 6 games. And the 6 games are against different opponents matched based on a pairing system. And we actually got lucky enough to be paired against each other. So we're
unlucky enough.
Or unlucky enough, you might want to say, to be able to play against each other on the channel. So I thought I'd do a battle report for it. We're going to go through the armies we have. We're going to do the battle report. And then, of course, we'll come back here and talk about it. We're going to be using a specific terrain layout. We're also be using a specific mission and a specific, what else is there? Terrain layout.
Specific primary and deployment.
There we go. He's got it. Primary deployment, missions, all that stuff. And the reason we're doing a specific set of them is because then every person that plays that particular mission will be able to play it in the league. So we're just going to play what is already predetermined for us to do. Wow, I said that a lot, didn't I? Took me a lot to get through that.
Yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's check out the armies. I'll start with mine, and then we'll hear about the evil demons. And if you're excited to do that, then I need you to meet me at the table. This here is my 2,000 point Custodies army. The Adeptus Custodies are a fantastic faction. I'm super excited to be able to play these guys. I have an absolute blast bringing these to the table. They are a very elite army, so that's why you don't see many models compared to some of the other armies in Warhammer 40k. They are all completely painted except for this unit right here, and I'll explain when I talk about the individual units why it's not painted. But I wanted to show you a quick overview of the army-wide rule, and also which detachment I have chosen. The army-wide rule that this army goes by is called martial kata. What that does is it allows me to choose a stance when I go into the combat. So when I select a unit to fight, I'm able to declare what stance I want. One of the stances allows my melee weapons that are equipped to have sustained hits 1. So every 6 that I roll, I'll be able to have an extra hit against my enemies. The other one is going to allow my melee weapons equipped in the models in the unit to have lethal hits ability, which allow every 6 to automatically wound the enemy. And I can declare which one I want to do every time I chose a unit to fight. So if I choose this unit to fight, I could choose to take sustained hits 1. When this one I choose to fight, I could give it lethal hits. And that's every time I fight. So once I choose, I don't have to keep it for the entire battle. I can choose every time I declare a unit to fight. The detachment I'm going to be running is called the Lions of the Emperor. It comes with a rule called against all odds. So each time an Adeptus Custodies unit from my army, excluding vehicles, it doesn't work on vehicles, makes an attack, if there is no other friendly unit, so any of these other units, if there's no other friendly unit within 6 inches of that unit, I get to add +1 to my hit roll, and more importantly, +1 to my wound roll, which is going to make each unit way more deadly. But of course, I have to make sure they stay 6 inches away from each other, or I lose that rule and you can't use the detachment ability. Now, one thing to note is this unit right here is not going to be able to do the martial kata ability, the one that's not painted. It does not have that, but the entire unit, the entire army, I should say, is considered Adeptus Custodies. With the detachment, every one of these units has some stratagems that can go along with it that I can use for the game. It gives my army some extra abilities as we play through it. Now, of course, there are some basic stratagems that every army has the ability to use, but of course, every detachment has its own set of stratagems that makes them unique out on the battlefield. Some of the ones I have that are ones you're going to probably see more often than not one is called Gilded Champions. It is going to cost me 1 command point, which are points we're going to receive at the beginning of every person's turn, and you also might gain other ones through other reasons as well. This particular stratagem works on any Adeptus Custodies character. So we're going to have some specific characters in our army, and when they use their once per battle ability on their data sheet, they're allowed to gain that ability back, but cannot use it on the same phase that they got it when they decide to use it. So if I had an ability that allows me to attack more often than not, I'm just going to pick one. Trajan Valorous does have an ability that allows him to gain 12 attacks or a 2-up invulnerable save once per battle. I could pay 1 CP to bring that power back to him so that he could use it a second time during the battle. Another one you may see is Defiant to the Last. It again costs 1 command point. This one allows me that if a unit has not been picked to fight, if any characters are defeated before their fight phase, they can be able to fight on a 4+ or a 2+ if it's a character. In other words, they can fight before they die. I could also pay a 1 command point to give myself Peerless Warriors, which allows my unit to be able to gain the precision ability for a phase of combat. Maneuver from Fire costs 1 command point. That allows me to fall back and then still be able to shoot and charge. Normally when you fall back, you're not allowed to do those things, but this stratagem allows my unit to be able to do that. There's also one called Swift as an Eagle for 1 command point again. I think you're seeing a theme here. Everything costs 1 command point for their particular stratagems. They're going to be able to, after being shot, anything but a vehicle unit, since we don't have any vehicles, so we don't have to worry about it, but after they have been shot at, they can choose to move up to D6 inches. So I might be able to get them out of range of being shot by something else at some point. So if something shoots at them, I could play that stratagem to move a unit 6 inches, either closer, maybe to get closer to attack them, or farther away so maybe I can get out of range of something else. The final one I want to talk about is called Unleash the Lions. It only works on this particular group of models right here. These are called Alaris Custodians. What they're able to do is during the command phase, which is part of the game, I can choose to unleash the lions. And that's going to cause every one of these Alaris Custodians here to split off and have a starting strength of 1, meaning that each one of these is going to become technically its own unit. So there you have it. This is again my 2,000 point list, though I'm using the lines of the Emperor detachment. And now I'd like to at least talk about each one of these units, and then once we're done with that, I'll have Ridley do the same thing, and then we'll get to playing. So when you see us just say words, you'll actually know what they mean and what they're doing. And I'm going to go through my army composition for you so you know exactly what I have out on the board. Also, I'm going to explain a little bit about what they can do on the table for you so you have an idea as we're playing what I might be thinking going forward in my turn. The first 2 units I want to talk about are my Wardens Squadron. These are the Custodian Wardens. They have a special rule that while there's a character model, which I will have character models in these leading these particular units, it gives them the ability that if the strength characteristics of the attack that's coming in against them is higher than their toughness, then the person attacking is going to be having -1 to their wound roll against these characters, making them a little bit more tanky. On top of that, they have an ability called Living Fortress that once per battle at the start of any phase, so I do have to name it before a phase, a charge phase, the movement phase, the shooting phase, the fight phase, things like that. At the start of that particular phase, I can use an ability once per battle to give that unit a 4-up Feel No Pain, which will help them again survive out on the battlefield. These units also have 6 movement, 6 toughness, 2+ save, and a 4+ invulnerable save. They each have 3 wounds, their leadership 6, and they have an OC of 2, which is going to mean that's what they're going to be adding up their point total to see if they're actually able to control objectives. Each one of the people in this squad do have spears. We're going to be using the Guardian Spears, which are going to, during ranged attacks, give them 2 attacks each. They have a 24 range and are going to have Ballistic Skill 2, only Strength 4, but that's okay. They have -1 AP and they do 2 damage per shot with those spears. And of course, the spears do have an ability called Assault, which means I can move, advance, and then still shoot with those spears. Now, when I get into melee, that's when this unit is going to shine, or actually anything with spears is going to shine. These are going to have 5 attacks each, and they're going to be hitting on 2 with their weapon skill of 2, and have strength 7 with these spears. The spears are going to have an armor penetration of 2, and are going to do 2 damage each per hit. And like I said, both of these squads are going to be having a character leading them. The first one here is going to be Trajan Valoris. He's like the leader of these whole entire group. He's super cool. He is very similar to all the rest when it comes to the actual overall stats. He does have 6 movement, 6 toughness, a 2-up save, and a 4-up invulnerable save. He does have 7 wounds. He has 5 leadership and an OC of 2. He is carrying his axe. This axe is his Watcher's axe. That is also going to be attacking with the Screaming Eagle. The Screaming Eagle is his ranged attack, and that is going to be firing at 24 inches just like my spears. That is going to be attacking with 2 attacks. It's going to have 2 ballistic skill, meaning it hits on 2. On top of that, it is a strength 5 attack when it comes to ranged, -2 armor piercing, and each one of his ranged attacks will be doing 3 damage. Now, when he gets into battle, he is going to be using his Watcher's axe, which is absolutely awesome. I really like the way this model looks at this super cool looking axe. I think that's super neat. All right, that axe though, when it gets into battle, is going to be attacking for 6 attacks. It has strength 10, and on top of that, it has armor piercing 2 and a damage of 3. And of course, it has a weapon skill of 2, hitting on 2. I think you're going to see a lot of similarities across the board when it comes to the Custodies. Almost all of them hit on 2s. Now, he will be my warlord, which means he is going to be leading my squadron here of Custodies. The entire army is going to be led by him. And because he is our warlord, he does have some superpowers that he has that nobody else is going to be able to gain. The first one is he is called their Captain General rule. It says that while the model is leading a unit, each time a model in this unit makes an attack, I can ignore any and all modifiers to ballistic skill, weapon skill characteristics, and all modifiers to hit rolls. So you can't ever change me out of my 2 to hit. He does have Moment Shackle, which is a once per battle ability that he can choose at the start of the fight phase. So when I go to the fight phase, I have to choose this, and I can choose it at the beginning of a fight phase. Now I can only use it once per battle, but when I do, I can select one of the following options. One is instead of having 6 attacks with his axe, I am able to attack with 12 attacks. The other option is I can give him not a 4-up invulnerable save, but a 2-up invulnerable save, meaning making him super tanky against everything. On top of that, he does come with an innate 5-up Feel No Pain. Now moving over to the other character here, this is called a Blade Champion. My Blade Champion is very similar to the rest. It has 6 movement, 6 toughness, 2-up save, and a 4-up invulnerable save with 6 wounds, 6 leadership, and an OC of 2. This character doesn't have any ranged attacks. He'll never be able to make a ranged attack, but he does have his Vault Sword, which is his weapon, and he can choose one of 3 different ways to attack with his Vault Sword in melee. And you'll see exactly how they all work when we fight. Basically, each one of them has its own special ability when it fights and is able to do its own set of attacks. For example, one will have 9 attacks, or another one could have 5 attacks, but the 9 attacks only do 1 damage each, where the 5 attacks would do 3 damage each, of course, depending on if they hit. And they all have different stats across the board, so you will see those. He does have 2 abilities as a Blade Champion. The first one is called Swift Onslaught. While this model is leading your unit, you can re-roll charges made for that unit, so he can always re-roll charges. And then once per battle, again, he only can do this once per battle. In the charge phase, the model unit is eligible to declare a charge on a turn which it advanced. So those are the Warden squadrons and the characters that are leading them. Let's check out the other ones. I did forget to mention that my Blade Champion does have an enhancement that states that he is able to bring himself back on a 2+ when he dies. It's called Superior Creation. The next 2 units I have are going to be my Custodian Guard. I've got 4 of them, each led by a Shield Captain. Now, this one's leading that one is leading that group over there. The Custodian Guard are pretty much the same stat line as the Wardens. I've noticed that the Custodians are actually a pretty good army for people that are learning how to play the game, because a lot of the stat lines stay very similar, so it's easy to kind of remember these stat lines and keep the game moving. What we're using are going to be 3 Guardian Spears per unit. This one is being held by a Shield Captain. The other ones are going to be just by the normal Custodian Guard. Then on top of that, each area is going to be having a Sentinel Blade And of course, the other people are going to, I'm also going to have 2 banners in here as well that also are very similar to the ones from the Wardens that I didn't mention. And what these are doing is giving the OC to all of my models in the unit +1 to their objective control, meaning their objective control was normally 2, it's now 3. Same with the Wardens. Now, the reason I'm giving some of these Sentinel Blades is because they can also put on their shield, which gives them +1 to their wound characteristic, meaning these 2 have 4 wounds. The rest of them, these 2 only have 3. Now, of course, the Shield Captain is a character and he's got his own set of stats. Now, that being said, this sword isn't as good as the spears when it comes to melee. It only does 1 damage when it comes into attack, as opposed to 2 by the spear, but overall it's very comparable in all other aspects. Now, its range when it goes into ranged attacks is only 12, unlike the spears that are 24, but it is a pistol, which means it is allowed to shoot while you're in combat. This unit does play differently than the Wardens. They do have a couple special abilities. The first one they have is Stand Vigil. So each time a model in this unit makes an attack roll, you can re-roll the wound rolls of 1. Sorry, not attack rolls. Each time it makes a wound roll, it can re-roll the wound roll of 1. Now, while this unit is within range of an objective marker that I control, I can re-roll the entire wound roll that I miss. And they also have a thing called Sentinel Storm, which means they can, once per battle, I can activate Sentinel Storm to allow myself in the shooting phase, after of course I've shot, I can shoot again with this unit, giving them basically 2 rounds of shooting once per battle. That's what the unit can do. Now, what can the Shield Captains do? The Shield Captains are basically the same, again, stat line as all the other things you've seen, except they have 6 wounds each. This one has 7 because he's carrying that shield with him. And they also have 2 special abilities. The first one is Master of Stances. Once per battle, when this model's unit, the whole unit, is selected to fight, it can use this ability. If it does, until that fight is resolved, I can use both versions of my kata stance, and they're active for that entire unit instead of using only one of the stances. And both of these are going to have that ability. On top of that, they do have Strategic Mastery, which once per battle round, I can do this once per round. This isn't a once per battle, this is per battle round. I can select one of my Shield Captains in my army that I can target with a stratagem. I can lower the amount it costs to pay for that stratagem by 1, bringing it down to a base value of 0. So if my stratagem costs 1, I can do a free stratagem once per battle round with my Shield Captains. Now, of course, like I said, it can only be done once per battle round for a Shield Captain. Each one of these cannot use that ability. Only one Shield Captain per round can do it. Those are my Custodian Guard. Let's check out the next unit. Up next, we have our Alaris Custodians, led again by a Shield Captain in Terminator armor. Alaris Terminator armor in, to say the least. These guys are a little bit different, but not by much. One of the 2 major factors is they're 1 less speed. They only have 5. They've got 7 toughness. Again, they've got the 2 up, 4 up, and then they got 4 wounds each instead of 3. But they have 6 leadership and OC of 2, just like the rest. These characters have a few differences. Of course, they have the spears that all the rest of my characters have, so those are exactly the same, even in this particular unit. The difference is each one of them has a grenade launcher on it. Now, this is a ballistic grenade launcher, which has a keyword called blast, which means I'll be able to gain extra attacks versus larger amounts of units in a specific squad, if I can talk. It only has an 18 range, but it does shoot D6 shots for every one of them. And I've got a group of 6 of these guys that each have one. So I'll be doing 6 D6 shots with my grenade launchers with these guys. Again, it's still just a strength 4 with -1 armor piercing, and each of those shots only does 1 damage. The other interesting thing is, of course, those grenade launchers do not have assault like the rest of my shooting abilities do, like all of these spears that we have. Now, this particular unit does have, again, a couple of abilities that that are really super cool. The first one is a Slayer of Tyrants. These are really good against character, monster, or vehicle units. You get to re-roll the wound roll against those particular keywords. So each time a model in the unit does make an attack that does target a character or it targets a monster or a vehicle unit, then I get to re-roll my wound rolls. They also have an interesting ability called From Golden Light. So again, this is a once per battle ability that allows them at the end of my opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range, which means I have to be at least an inch away from units that are enemies, you can remove the entire unit from the battlefield and place it into what's called strategic reserves, which then will allow me to bring this unit back down onto the battlefield. You generally about 9 inches. The way the rule usually works is you have to be 9 inches away from all other enemy units, and then you can put this, so it's a different way to be able to set this unit up. You can bring it back down in a different area, and you'll probably see how that works during the playthrough. Now, the interesting thing is I do have a shield captain in Alaris armor as well. He is right here. He's the only one in my unit that is wielding an axe. And yes, every one of these guys' weapon is magnetized, because these could be axes if I want them to be, but right now I just use them as spears. So he does have an axe though, which does act a little bit different. It only gets 6 attacks as opposed to the Guardian Spears that get 7 attacks. And it is strength 9 as opposed to the spears, which are strength 7. It does only have 1 armor piercing, but it does 3 damage for every one of its hits. Now, the reason he has an axe is because I have put an enhancement on him. And what this enhancement does is it's going to improve the strength characteristic of the melee weapon by 3. So instead of it being strength 9, it is strength 12. And on top of that, it gives it +1 to armor penetration, so it brings it back to 2 penetration, and it does 1 more wound, so then every attack is going to be doing 4 wounds if I'm able to get them through onto the enemy. And remember, because he's part of this unit, he's going to be able to re-roll wound rolls against monsters, vehicles, and characters that are in units, or units with characters in them, I should say. So this guy becomes an absolute monster destroyer. He's so cool. The final unit I have is going to be our prosecutors. This is actually a new unit I'm just able to start to field because of the newest update. Some of the custodians' points have gone down enough actually to add a 50-point unit back into their army. So I've just built up and primed these guys. This is my prosecutors unit. I have had a chance to paint up one of them as a test model. I'm still working on it. It's not quite done yet. If you're interested in seeing how I painted up my custodies, I have a couple live videos that you can check out on how we paint these. On top of that, I do try to do some painting videos, usually about once a week if I'm able to paint up not only Warhammer miniatures, but also other miniatures I use in some of the board games that we play on the channel. Now, the prosecutors are a completely different unit from all the rest of these other units I've shown you. They actually have 6 movement, they have 3 toughness, 3 save, 1 wound, 6 leadership, and 2 OC. So they're a lot more of a fragile unit, but they're also a lot less points. They do have bolt guns with rapid fire 1, and they have a 24-inch range. Each one of the guns is able to shoot with 1 attack, hitting on 3s, that's their ballistic skill. It has a strength of 4. It does not have any armor penetration, and it only does 1 damage. If they do get into close combat, they really only are fighting with melee weapons that have 2 attacks each that hit on 3s, with their weapon skill being 3, strength 3, no armor penetration, and only 1 damage each. This particular unit does again have a couple special abilities. They have what's called the Daughters of the Abyss. The model in this unit have the Feel No Pain 3 ability, which is fantastic, but it has a caveat. It only works against psych attacks and mortal wounds. Also, it does have an ability called Purity of Execution. So when this model in the unit makes a ranged attack against any psyker units, the attack has precision, which means I can pick out characters when I fire at them, and devastating wounds. Now, this is an extra little thing I got to throw into my army. It really is only a 50-point unit, where all the rest of the units you've seen have been well over 300 points each. So I'm really hoping that this unit can kind of at least be used to help score some points. But other than that, I don't expect them to do a lot against other big giant things. But who knows? Maybe they can maybe they can take out maybe one of the weaker units or something. We'll see how this unit works. I've actually never used it before. Now, I do have a lone character. I am running a Blade Guard champion by himself. He is going to be in what we call Deep Strike. He is going to start in my Deep Strike. He is not going to start on the board, which means after starting the second round and on, I can drop him down. Very similar to what my Alaris Custodians, like I said, they can go up and come down. He can come down onto the board with some restrictions. I think he has to be outside of 9 inches of any enemy units. And he does run a special enhancement on him, Presidious, so he is going to get 2 special keywords called Lone Operative and Stealth, along with all the stuff that he normally would as a Blade Guard champion. Being a lone operative, he can only be selected as the target of ranged attacks coming from models that are within 12 inches. So if he's outside of that 12-inch bubble, he can't be shot at. On top of that, he does have stealth. So that means he also, when being attacked at range, the people attacking him have to subtract 1 from their hit roll. So it does make him kind of an elusive little monster kind of running around on the battlefield. That is my entire army and everything in it. Let's go check out what Ridley has.
This is my 2,000 points of Chaos Demons. I am going to be playing the Demonic Incursion Detachment that has the Warp Widths ability, basically letting them be able to set up 6 inches on the battlefield if they're within the Shadow of Chaos, which is the army rule of the Chaos Demons, being the Shadow of Chaos, being able to regain up to D3 battle line units or D3 lost wounds if they pass a battle shock test. And then enemy models, if they're in the Shadow of Chaos, will take D3 mortal wounds if they fail a battle shock test and are -1 to the test. Some key stratagems are Corrupt Real Space, basically allows the objective marker to become sticky. Draught of Terror, which increases the armor penetration of weapons by 1. And if they're battle shocked, you can reroll the wound roll. Denizens in the Warp, which allows them to 6-inch deep strike without having to be in Shadow of Chaos. And finally, Warp Surge, which allows them to advance and charge. There's also 2 others that I forgot to mention. Realm of Chaos. Basically, you can pick a unit up off 2 units of demons up off the battlefield and to deep strike. And Demonic Invulnerability, which basically allows you to reroll invulnerable saving throws of 1. Each of these stratagems cost only 1 command point. The first miniature we have is the Warlord himself, Be'lakor, the Dark Master, who has to be the Warlord because he does indeed have the Supreme Commander's ability, where he must be the Warlord if he is included. He moves 12 inches, he just got a brand new data sheet recently, so that is toughness 11 now. He has a 3-up save now instead of a 4-up save, 20 wounds now instead of 18, but the other ones are the same with 6-up leadership and 5 OC. He gets 9 attacks with his Betraying Shades, unless you want to try for the Hazardous. He gets 12 attacks with a higher strength and higher AP. His Blade of Shadows now gets 7 attacks nowadays and has Devastating Wounds. It hits on 2, Strength 14, AP -4, and D6 +1 damage. And his Sweep now has sustained hits with 14 attacks, hitting on 2, Strength 8, AP3, 1 damage. He has his Shadow Form abilities, which basically I have to pick 1 of his abilities at the start of the battle round. And it can either be 18-inch, you can't shoot him unless you're within 18 of him, or units within 6 of him. Basically, this one has been changed recently, but if a unit at either starting strength of 1 or is below starting strength takes a battle shock test, he gets to heal D3 mortal wounds for each unit that fails. And finally, Shadow Lord, he gets to now, instead of this, he gets to reroll hit rolls of 1. Over here, he has, as I mentioned, the Shadow Form things earlier. He also has the Dark Master ability, which basically everywhere within 6 of him is in the Shadow of Chaos, so he always has it. And then he has Deadly Demise D6, Deep Strike, Stealth, and obviously the faction of Shadow of Chaos. And that is Be'lakor, the Dark Master, the leader of the army. The next one we have up is the melee colossal beast himself, the Bloodthirster. He basically goes in there and bonks something really good. He has an enhancement called the Agrath's King of Blades. I think that's what his name is, not 100% sure. Basically, he gets to add 2 to the attack characteristics and strength characteristics of his melee weapons because he has the ability of the permanent Shadow of Chaos for all Khorne units. So anyone that has the Khorne keyword, including himself, gets an 6-inch Shadow of Chaos, as well as any unit within 6 of him, but like a Nurgle guy wouldn't get it, or a Tzeentch dude wouldn't get it. Here's his stat line. He has 12 movement, at toughness 11. He now has a 3-up save as opposed to a 4-up save, 18 wounds, 6-up leadership, and 5 OC. He has some ranged weapons. We don't need to worry about those because the only weapon that we care about is the Great Axe of Khorne. He now gets 9 attacks with that ability, but it has 7 here. And it has 16 attacks, but has 14 here. Hits on 2s, strength 18 with the enhancement, or strength 12 with the enhancement, but here it's strength 16 and 10. AP 4 and AP 2, D6 plus 2 damage and 2 damage. He also gets the ability of being able to, for each 4-up he gets, he gets to roll 8 D6s, and for each 4 he gets, the unit suffers 1 mortal wound. So if I get like 8 6s, that's 8 damage at the end of the fight phase, and you have to select 1 unit. The next one is he gets to make all Khorne units plus 1 to hit. So Bloodletters hit on 2s, Blood Crushers hit on 2s, the Fleshhounds hit on 2s, anything that hits below or above a 2. Anything that hits above a 2, so like a 3 or something like that, they all get that plus 1 to hit as well as 4s. And if they hit on 2s, nothing happens. But he always hits on 2s, so that means if he has like a -1, like down here, where he has to subtract 1 from the hit roll when he has 1 to 6 wounds remaining, he doesn't need to worry about that because he has his plus 1 to hit. Next we have Dumb and Dumber, the 2 Great Unclean ones. We're going to start with normal Great Unclean one first. He has the enhancement of the Endless Gift, which gives him a 4-up Feel No Pain because he is permanently within Shadow of Chaos, so he is very strong now with a 4-up Feel No Pain. So every single attack that comes towards him, he gets to roll, and if he gets a 4-up, he gets to heal all that damage. We'll start with him first. He has 7 inches of movement, toughness 12, 5-up save, obviously not very good, but he has a 4-up invulnerable save, which I forgot to mention. All the other bigger demons, like Be'lakor and the Bloodthirster, have a 4-up invulnerable save. He has 20 wounds, 6-up leadership, and 5 OC, so very good at holding on to objectives. He has a Plague Flail, which gets D6 plus 1 attacks, hits on 3, strength 7, AP 2, 2 damage. A Putrid Vomit, which has D6 plus 3 attacks. Now it just automatically hits, so that's really nice. Strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage. And then we have his melee weapons, which his Strike, this is the only one that matters, being the Biosword, because that's the one he has here. It has 6 attacks, hits on 2, strength 8, and now it's strength 10, not strength 8 anymore. AP 2, D6 plus 6, or D6 damage. Now it's D6 plus 1 damage. The Biosweep has 12 attacks, hits on 2s, strength, I think it's still strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. I don't think we'll have to use this very often, but if it comes to it, I'll let you know. At the end of the movement phase, he can select 1 unit, and that's within 12 of him, and subtract 1 from their toughness characteristic. That's pretty good. This ability has now been changed to he gives all Nurgle demons plus 1 toughness. So that means that he is toughness 13, he would be toughness 13, Plague Bearers would be toughness 6, Nurglings would be toughness 4, and anything like that. Anything that's plus 1 toughness, which is really strong. And his ability now also, he has a new ability that gives him 6-inch Shadow of Chaos with Nurgle demons. So any Nurgle demon within 6 of him has the Shadow of Chaos ability. Next we have Rodigus, who moves 7 inches, toughness 12, 5-up save, 22 wounds, 6-up leadership, and 5 OC. He has a Putrid Vomit that has, or well, I guess it's Streams of Brackish Filth, which is 2d6 attacks, automatically hits, strength 8 now as opposed to strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage. He has his Strike profile, which has lethal hits and has a Psychic keyword. He has 7 attacks, hits on 2s, strength 8, now strength 10, AP 3, 3 damage. His Sweep with his strength 4, has 14 attacks, hits on 2s, strength 7, AP 1, 1 damage. He gives an ability that gives all Nurgle demons plus 1 damage when I select a unit within, now it's 24 as opposed to 18. And he also has anyone within 6 of him is -1 to their OC and movement characteristics, as well as the same ability the Great Unclean one has, where he gets the all Nurgle demons within 6 of him have Shadow of Chaos. Now that we got done with all the bigger demons, I'm going to talk about the little demons now. Here is a unit of Bloodletters. They each get 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 5, AP2, 2 damage. They move 8 inches now. They have 4 toughness, 7 up save, but they have a 5 up invulnerable save. They have 1 wound, 7 up leadership, which can be buffed by other things, and OC2. So most battle line units have OC2. They have their new ability now basically forces a unit to have to take a desperate escape test. Their old ability allowed you to reroll the wound roll or reroll the wound rolls of 1. Then here we have a 6-up leadership. Because of the icon bear, and they also get +1 to the charges because of this guy. And with Shadow of Chaos, they get +1 to leadership, so they go to leadership 5 with the Shadow of Chaos. So that is them. Then we have their boss being Skull Taker here. I know I have the Bloodmaster. I never got a Skull Taker, so. Anyways, he has 8 inches of movement with the rest of them. Toughness 4, 4 up save as opposed to a 5 up save and a 4 up invulnerable save. Most characters have 4 up invulnerable save in demons. We have 5 wounds, 7 up leadership, 1 OC. So not as good at OC wise, but still, he gives the units a lot of buffs. You'll see later on here. He's very good at killing characters as he has precision and devastating wounds. He gets 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 6, AP2, 3 damage. He has the leader keyword, Deep Strike, Shadow of Chaos. Lord of Deception, he gives the entire unit devastating wounds, which means that every single time they roll 6 on their wound roll, it automatically goes through and they can't do anything about it. Each time he kills a character, I gain 1 CP. So he is very good at killing characters and gives the unit a lot of good potential to kill a bunch of things. Next we have the Plague Bearers, who have very, very similar stat line where they have 2 attacks, hit on 3s, but they have a strength of 4 as opposed to 5, and only AP 1 and only 1 damage. Though with Rodigus, that could go to 2 damage. They have 5 up movement, 5 toughness, 7 up save, 2 wounds as opposed to 1 wound, 7 up leadership, and 2 OC. They also can sticky an objective marker at the start of my turn if I have control of it. And models, they have a 6 up because of the bear, and because of the instrument, they have +1 to charges. They also have a boss, who is this guy. He has a very similar stat line to them. He has a D6 ranged attack that has 6 range. We have a melee weapon that has 6 attacks, strength 3, AP 5, or not AP 5, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. He gives the entire unit sustained hits, and he also gives them +1 objective score, and a 5 up invulnerable save as opposed to a 4 up, and very similar stat line. And then we have the Nurglings, who have 5 movement, 3 toughness, which goes to a 4 toughness if they're next to the great and clean one, 7 up save, 4 wounds, leadership 8, OC 0. They have 4 attacks, hit on 5s, strength 2, AP 0, 1 damage, but they have the lethal hits, which means that they might not even need to try to wound. And they also basically, now it's within engagement range as opposed to within 6, but if you're within engagement range of Nurglings, they get to subtract, you have to subtract 1 from the hit roll when hitting them. That will not be useful against the Custodies here today, but it will be useful in the future. I would also like to point out, since I don't have the actual model, I'm going to be using Ganondorf today. Here's what the actual model looks like, but here's what we have today. Next up, we have the Blood Crushers. They have 10 inches of movement, toughness 7, 4 up save. Now they have a 3 up save. 4 wounds, leadership 7, AP or OC 2. They have the same Hellblades as those Bloodletters, but their Juggernauts have extra attack and lance, which means they get +1 to wound when charging. They have 4 attacks, hit on 4s, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. And each time that they enter the engagement range of a unit, I get to roll 1d6 for each of them. On a 4+, they take D3 mortal wounds. They also have the Musician and an Instrument of Chaos, so +1 to charges and +1 OC. Or not +1 leadership. Next we have the Fleshhounds, which have 12 inches of movement, toughness 4, 7 up save, 2 wounds, 7 up leadership, and 1 OC. They have 1 attack, just this guy has a ranged attack, that one right here. He has D6 attacks, automatically hits, strength 8, AP 0, 1 damage. And then they have 3 attacks, each 3 hit on 3s, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. And they don't have this ability anymore. They have the ability that basically you can automatically pick them up and off the board whenever you want at the end of the opponent's turn. And they also have 3-up Feel No Pains against psychic attacks. And a 5-up Invulnerable Save. And that is the entirety of the Demon Army.
Now that we've talked about our armies, it's time to get our battlefield all set to go. In this league game system, we have to play a total of 6 games, and we're randomly paired with each other. Lucky for us, we got paired together, so we get to play a game together. And on top of that, every person has the same 6 different games you have to play. They have a set deployment, a set primary mission, and a set way of putting the board together based on the rules packet that was part of the league. We are going to be playing in the deployment Strike Force Crucible of Battle. This is the way our deployment is going to be set up, and our primary mission is going to be Scorched Earth. This is something we're going to be scoring almost every round. It says here, what cannot be secured must be burned to ash. Burn objective action. So we can take an action. It says at the start of your shooting phase, from the second battle round onwards, it says then a unit, 1 unit from your army, within range of an objective marker that is not within your deployment zone. If I decide to take this burn action, I'm going to be able to then complete it at the end of my opponent's next turn. Of the end of battle, whichever comes first. If your unit is still within range of that same objective marker and you control that objective marker, which means you have more OC than your opponent in that objective marker, then you have completed it. And if completed, that objective marker is burned and removed from the battlefield. That is what we're going to attempt to do to gain some extra primary points. It says here, second battle round onwards, this will score at any time. Each time a player burns an objective marker, that player earns 5 victory points if that objective marker was in no man's land. If you can actually get to the objective marker in the opponent's zone and burn it, you get 10 victory points. Now the second battle round onwards as well, when the end of the command phase happened or the end of game turn, if it's the 5th battle round and you go second, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control, and you can gain up to 10 per turn. So that is going to be our primary mission, and then this is how we're going to be setting up our deployment zones. For the table layout, we're going to be using GW's suggested layout 4 for this particular battle. Again, we are trying to keep everything exactly the same for all of the different people in the league. So this is our layout. We have our objective markers out on the board. This is going to be one deployment zone. This is going to be the other deployment zone as shown on the cards. All the different buildings you see here are the ones that are going to be laid out on the actual map. These are considered buildings. You can prevent yourself from being shot by being inside those. These are all considered terrain areas here. If you're behind here, you cannot be seen through this, even though it's just a piece of fabric on the table. But that's how these are, and we'll probably just be discussing a little bit more of that as we're playing the game when it comes to using some of our strategies out on this board. But I just want to show you the layout of the table, and now all the other stuff for the beginning we're going to do on our own just to cut down on time on the video. We're going to roll for attacker defender, we're going to do our entire placement, and then we're going to come back and show you how the board state is now. After rolling off to see who the attacker and the defender were, Ridley is going to be the attacker. He's set up over here with his demon army. I have my Custodies set up over here as the defender. As you can see, we pretty much have 2 armies that are just going to run up and probably try to just smack each other really good. I deployed my unit of wardens over here, another unit over there. We have our 2 shield guard here, and then in the middle we have our Alaris Custodies, and then we have our prosecutors right there.
Over here we got the Bloodthirster. We got the Great Unclean One, Rodigus, and Be'lakor leading the charge. We got some Fleshhounds over here. We got Blood Crushers here. We got some Plague Bears to sticky the home objective right there. We got some Nurglings right there. And they are ready to rock. And then we got some things in Deep Strike.
Let's roll to see who goes first. I got a 1. That doesn't look like I'm going first. So you got a 1 as well. So we get to roll these again. Let's see what we get. I got a 2 and a 1. Wow, I don't think I'm ever using that
I guess
die
I get
again.
to go first.
You do get to go first.
I'm going to draw my 2 cards, being the Tempting Target and No Prisoners. I have to kill a bunch of units with no prisoners, and with Tempting Target, I will have to pick Dad will pick an objective marker in No Man's Land, and I have to try to take it.
Of the 3 objectives in No Man's Land, I am going to choose that one as the one that Ridley has to try to get.
We're going to be moving some of these units around now. We're going to move the Great Unclean One towards the center. We're going to move these guys kind of right next to him. We're going to move Be'lakor kind of just up a little bit, not too far up. I don't want him to get shot and charged yet. Probably move Rodriguez up towards that objective. The Bloodthirster kind of going around there. He's going to have some other things going on with him in a little bit that I mentioned earlier. We have the Fleshhounds who are kind of going to move up there. They also have some things they can do later on. And the Blood Crushers will probably also kind of just head on up there. During the movement phase, I advanced Rodriguez and the Great Unclean One. He rolled a 3, he rolled a 4, so he was able to get onto the objective as well as him. I moved the Bloodthirster kind of right up here to kind of stage him. He has some secret plans later on. These guys are moved up. We'll try to charge, advance and charge with them. We'll see what happens. They got a 4 on their advance. I kind of need them to get a little higher, but that's fine. We have some Nurglings here. They just kind of stayed behind the cover so they can't get shot at. We got Bellicor over here kind of just protecting the Great Unclean One with his 18-inch aura, which is the aura I selected. I forgot to mention that, but he has the 18-inch Lone Op aura. Over here we have the Plague Bears and the Pox Scrivener, which is Ganondorf because I really like Legends of Zelda, who is over here hiding behind the terrain feature, and then the dog's hiding right here. It is time to move into the shooting phase now, and I'm going to have no shooting, so we immediately move into the charge phase. I did do the pre-measuring, and this is indeed a 9-inch charge. We'll see if I make it, and I do not, which means that they failed their charge.
We're moving into the first turn of my Custodies. I'm going to gain 1 command point, bringing it to 2. Ridley is at 1 command point. I'm going to draw my secondary objectives. The first one is a tempting target. That's kind of funny. It's the same one that Ridley had. And then I also have Call the Horde. When drawn, if there are no enemies that are on the battlefield that satisfy the condition below, you can discard this card and draw a new secondary mission. I am going to, because there isn't anything that will appease that. There's nothing on the board I can do that has, what is it? Each time an enemy infantry unit with a starting strength of 13 is destroyed. Now Ridley does have a unit of 10, but that's not enough to appease the card, so I'm going to discard that and draw a new one. I have Assassination. That's a new one for us. Assassination does say when this card is active, if you're using fixed mission, each time an enemy character model with a wounds characteristic of 4 or higher is destroyed, I'm going to gain 4 victory points. It says each time an enemy character model with 4 wounds or less is destroyed, I'm going to get an extra 3. That's for fixed, but we're not playing fixed. We're playing tactical. So it says at the end of the player's turn, if I'm using tactical missions and I'm able to, if 1 or more enemy character models are destroyed in that turn, I'm going to gain 5 victory points.
All right, for the tempting target, we are going to select this one right here, as it's the one that's most heavily guarded by my dudes. For Assassination, it's going to be pretty difficult because all 4 of the big demons are characters, as well as the guy leading the Plague Bears. So it's going to be quite difficult to get that Assassination.
Well, you watch. I'm going to do it. Moving into the Custodies movement phase, my goal is really just to kind of get on these objectives and at least try to get maybe a tempting target and possibly Assassination all in the same turn. We'll see if that happens. Let's go ahead and move these guys, and I'll talk about what happened afterwards.
Before my dad decided to move, I did think about it more, and I'm actually going to select this as the tempting target because this one's a lot easier for him to get than this one, because this one's obviously guarded by the Great Unclean One. He's much farther away from the objective than Rodriguez is, and also because his advance and charge unit is all the way over here, the Wardens, and so it'll be a lot more difficult for him to get this objective.
After my movement, here we are, and this is how we sit. I advanced with these guys, but don't worry, remember, with my Blade Guard champion, he can advance and charge, so there might be some charging here. They also advanced up there just so they could get on that objective and hopefully score me my points. I also advanced with this unit up here. They are touching that objective as well, so we actually are going to be able to control that one. I did not advance with my Alaris because remember, their grenade launchers are not able to do assault. I also moved with these guys over here. I left my sisters back here to hold on to my back objective. With my movement complete, I'm going to be able to go to my shooting phase, and like I said, everything on my team has assault, which means I can shoot, and after I advance, I can shoot with almost everything I have. The first unit I'm going to shoot with is going to be my Wardens. I'm going to go against Rodicus.
That's not Rodicus, it's the Great Unclean One.
Well, the Great Unclean One.
He has the 18-inch Lone Op from Bellicor, which means you will not be able to.
I can't get to him.
You are out of range.
I am out of range, aren't I? Oh,
No,
I get a couple people.
You're in range.
I get a couple of them at least, don't I?
Yeah, you get, I think, 1 or 2 of them.
My Custodian Wardens with their axe are going to get 2 shots each, hitting on 2s with a strength of 4, AP -1, and D damage 2. I'm going to roll, see how we do here. Any of the 2s and a hit, that's pretty good, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all of them. That's great. I don't even have to roll. Now I do have strength 4. What's the toughness of your Great Unclean One?
Toughness 13.
Oh, I need 6s, but because of my Lines of the Emperor, I get +1 to wounds, so I need 5s. Let's see how we do here. I did pretty good. I'm going to get rid of the ones that I missed. That's going to be 3 hits with an armor piercing of 1.
All right, the Great Unclean One has a 4-up invulnerable save, and that's basically a saving throw for normal. He passes all but one of them.
Okay.
How much damage?
I'm going to do 2 damage with these attacks.
All right, if you remember what I said earlier, with his Endless Gift enhancement, he'll get a 4-up Feel No Pain against these. He takes 1 point of damage, that means.
I'll take it. My next attack is going to be this group into these guys right here. And we've made sure to check with our line of sight here. I can hit with all of them, but I think this guy, I can hit with that guy too. That's going to be awesome. Maybe not. Let's check it out. Yep, I can't hit with him.
Yeah.
But I can hit with these 4, can all shoot into this unit. All the shooting from my army is pretty much exactly the same. The 2 attacks, I hit on 2s. I miss with 2 of them, but I got a lot of 6s. Sadly, they don't really help me. And I'm going to, I have a strength of 4. What is your toughness, Ridley?
Toughness of 7.
Toughness of 7, so that means I'm going to need 5s, but because of my +1, I'm going to need 4s to wound.
It's 3. 4 is injured. Yeah, okay, you're right. Sorry. My bad. I forgot about your roll.
I am pretty tricky like that, aren't I? Let's roll these up. I actually hit with 2. -1 AP.
All right, 5 ups. They save 1.
So that means you're going to take a total of 2 damage with that unit.
And that means that they go to 2 hit points left with 1.
Now the Custodian Guard do have that awesome rule where after they attack, they can shoot again, Ridley. So I am going to do that. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, I hit on 2s. I love these 1s. And then we're going to be able to wound you on 4s. And this time I got 3 more at -1 AP.
5 ups.
You had 5 ups. So
I saved
again,
1.
Yep, so you're going to take 4 damage total.
So 1 guy is dead and 1 is on 2 hit points left.
At this point, I'm going to use my guard to shoot into Rodicus and see if we can do some damage there. I do have 3 spears that can fire. I'm actually going to shoot this sword, which only has a 12-inch shot. I'm going to shoot that into, should I shoot it into the Great Unclean One? What do you
Maybe.
think?
I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should just not shoot it.
You don't think I should shoot it? I'm going to shoot in the Great Unclean One. Going into Rodicus, I need a 2 in order to hit. All of them hit. So at this point, I am going to wound you on 4s, 5s again, right? Because you have an ungodly toughness. All right, I need 5s to wound. And I've got 1. But I am controlling an objective right now, so my shield guard actually get to re-roll the entire wound roll.
That's nice.
It is pretty nice. Look, it didn't help at all.
Nice.
So I have a -2. It was armor piercing.
And he fails.
And he fails, so he's going to take 2 damage.
6 of Feel No Pain.
Yeah, 6 of
He
Feel No
passes
Pain.
1, so he takes
my
1 point of
gosh.
damage.
So he only did 1 to him.
That's nice.
Now I'm just going to shoot that 1 pistol into Rodicus, or into the Great Unclean One. He needs to roll a 5. He did. He wounded. Let's see if you're able to save it. You did not. So
How
that's
much
going to be
damage?
2 damage. Let's see if your Feel No Pain works.
1.
So you're going to take 1 damage on that one.
Nice. That is going to bring the Great Unclean One down to 18. And Rodicus down to 21.
All right, I'm going to shoot again with this unit. So again, we're firing our 6 spears into Rodicus, needing 2s. I missed with 1, and then I need 5s to wound him. Let's see how we do. I did get 2, and I get to re-roll the entire wound roll, and I got another 1, so that's 3 at -2 AP.
4 ups. He
You
fails
missed
every single
all
one
of them. Oh no,
he-
that's going to be...
He hates life.
He does hate life. He's going to have 6 of these.
6s. Okay, he
did
takes
save
5
1.
damage.
5 damage. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That brings him down to 16 wounds left. He is making me very upset right now. And you're going to do like another 4 damage.
I still have my pistol. I'm going to shoot that into him. Here we go. I need 2s to hit. I hit with both. I need 5s to wound. Let's see if I'm able to wound. I'm not, but I get to re-roll the wound roll. Let's see. Oh, nope. He is not doing good. Now I'm going to move to this Warden group. They are going to shoot everything into Rodicus. 10 shots with my spears. Again, needing 2s. Oh, wow. I missed 4 of these guys. That's really bad. Then I get to roll to see if I wound. I need 5s to wound you. I only got 1, and they don't get any re-rolls at all.
He fails again.
He fails again and takes 2 damage unless he's able
1
to
damage.
save. So he only takes 1, going down to what?
15 left.
All right. I have my 6 Alaris Custodies. These are my favorite guys, Ridley. I really like these guys.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I love them. They're going to shoot all of their shots into the Great Unclean One. Let's just make sure that's 18. I don't see how it can't be. Yeah, it's easily 18 for my entire crew. My ballistic grenade launchers shoot D6 shots with blast. Blast would allow me to add extra dice based on a unit's composition, but since I'm just fighting at 1 guy, it's not going to help. So we're just going to shoot, see how many we get. We got a total of 10, 27 shots. That's going to be amazing. Oh, can you believe that? Really? Look at this. 10, 27 shots.
That's too many shots.
That's so good. I love it. 27 dice hitting on 2s. We're going to remove all the 1s, which was 3 of them. And then we're going to roll to see if we wound. I need a 5+ in order to wound. Oh my gosh, there's so many dice here, Ridley. This is part of Warhammer that's really, really fun. Oh, I dropped one completely out of the dice tray, but that's okay. Here we go. We're going to wound on 5s. Ready? Let's see how we do here. Okay, we hit with 1, 2 wounds. Then we got 3, 4, 5, 6. This is pretty good. 7, 8, 9 wounds here. We got 9 total wounds against him. And you want to know the good part about this?
You get to reroll the wound roll.
I do get to reroll the wound roll because my guys get to reroll the wound roll against monsters, vehicles, and units with characters. All right, let's see how this goes. I need another bunch of 5s here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Let's count these all up, Ridley, and see how we did. 5, and then another 5 here is 10, 19. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I can count. I got 14. I moved some of those dice around, so some might have changed, but I have 14 at AP -1.
He rolls pretty well.
Oh my gosh, he did really good, Ridley.
Only 5 damage, because only 1 damage piece,
and
right?
they do only do 1 damage each. You're right.
All right, so then on he has a 4 feel of pain.
Let's see
he
how
takes
he does
2
here.
points of damage.
That's it from all those grenades. I did 2.
Yay!
Boo. What does he go down to?
16 wounds left.
16 left. Now I'm going to use my spears against you because I'm going to shoot my cannons and then shoot my spears. Here we go. I need a 2+ on these. I missed with 1 of them. And again, they're strength 4 just like all the rest. So I'm going to have to wound on 5s. Let's see how we do. I got 1, 2, but again, I get to reroll my wound roll because you're a monster. Let's see how this goes. I got 2, 3 more, so that's a total of 5, and these are AP 2, Ridley.
4 ups?
It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Okay.
That's 3 fails.
Okay, so those
damage.
are 2 damage each. So you're taking a total of 6 damage with your 4-up feel no pain.
He takes 2.
He's going to take 2. Hey, I'll take it.
He's down to 14.
The first charge I have is going to be trying to get into Rodicus. Are you ready, Ridley?
Yes, I do have a sneaky plan if this happens.
Oh, you have a sneaky plan. I like sneaky plans. Now, we pre-measured this, and I needed a 7, right, if I remember right?
I think it was a 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yes, it's a 7. So let's roll this up, see what I get. I got a 6. That's not enough, Ridley. I didn't make it, but guess what my Blade Champion can do?
You get to reroll the charge roll.
I do get to reroll my charge roll. Let's see how this goes. I got a 7. I just got in.
All right,
That's
I am
so
now
good.
going to spend a stratagem called
you
Heroic
are.
Intervention with the Bloodthirster. So why don't you put your guys in and see if the Bloodthirster makes his charge.
I don't know if I want to do this anymore. All right, I'll put him in, but I have a feeling this is going to be a very sad moment. Let's put our guys in here just like that. Kind of up against the wall there. That's fine. We'll move him in. Give these guys in. Here we go.
You do have to base if you can, so that's just sign
No,
him.
but this is 7 inches right up next to it. There you go.
All right, let's see if the Bloodthirster can make this charge. He, I think, has made that charge.
That's so good. Oh, this is going to be bad, Ridley. I'm going to get decimated over here. Now we're going to do what's called a long ball charge or something, right? Is that what they call it?
Like an 11 or 12
long
inch
bomb?
charge.
Is that what they call
it's
it?
an 11, all right?
It's an 11. It's a long bomb. Let's see if we get it. I got a total of a 12. Oh my gosh, my guys, because all these guys are going to be able to get in on the Great Unclean One. That was unbelievable, Ridley. Here they come. Hold
Hold on, you might want to hold on. Stop for a second. Redo it.
I can't.
The reason why, here, I'll show you why. So with a 12 inch, I don't know how many of your guys will be able to get in because look at that. These, I think he'll be fine getting in, but you're gonna have to move the block like this.
Okay. So we're gonna move all my guys 12. That's gonna be kind of tricky because I don't think some of these guys are more than 12 inches out here. So this guy actually is going to stop less than an inch away from you right there, and these guys are all gonna pile right in on you like this. These guys are right here, and then this guy is going to get in to right against all the rest of these guys up here. And I've got a couple more guys coming in. This guy comes here, and this guy comes here. There we are. All right. They're not, this guy didn't quite get to touch your base though. I'm going to choose to start with this battle first here, Ridley. This one's going to be lots of fun, I think.
All right, let's see what happens.
And of course, the reason I do get to choose who I'm attacking with first is when you charge, you get fights first, correct?
Yes.
And so I'm going to, all my units that charge do get fights first. Do you have any fights first out here?
I do not.
All right, so I'll be able to choose these unit to fight, and then I'll fight with my other ones. Now, of course, there is a stratagem that I think costs 2, correct?
It's called counteroffensive, and you can fight then.
I get to roll a ton of dice. Each one of those Alaris in Terminator armor get to, or Alaris Custodians, sorry, they get 5 attacks with the Guardian Spears down here that have a 7 strength, 2 armor piercing, and 2 damage each. And they get 5 attacks, so that's going to be 25 attacks with that unit. On top of that, remember, we've got a shield captain in Alaris armor there as well that's using a Custodian axe. It has a 9 strength, so actually it's going to go up to a 12 strength with 2 armor piercing and 4 damage because of our enhancement. I need a 2 to hit you, Ridley, and I get to use my martial kata ability right now, and I'm going to choose sustained hits 1.
That's going to be a lot of attacks.
It is. Here we go. Now the red dice in my pile here are going to be that axe. So let's roll these up. Each 6 becomes an extra hit coming in. I'm actually pretty disappointed in the fact that the axe actually got 3 1s. That's no good. And I got 2, 3 more 1s over here. I do get to bring in 3 more dice because of the 3 6s here. Sadly, I can't believe I missed with 3 of the axes. I do wound with a strength of 7 on a 5+. But I get +1 to wound because, oh, I don't get a +1 to wound, Ridley. There's a unit that's too close. So I'm going to only be able to hit you on a 5+ to wound. Oh, Ridley, this is so bad. Maybe I shouldn't have charged it. All right, let's see how we do. I need a 5+.
Ooh, that's not a good roll.
Nope, I'm going to pull all these 5+s out of here and see how we do. I got a total of, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look at all those 1s and 2s for the axe. I think he dropped his axe when he went in.
He did, but don't worry, he's going to pick it up and swing again. I'm going to be able to re-roll the wound roll because I'm attacking a monster. Let's roll these up. Hopefully get a few more 5s in there.
Oh, there we go. Now he picks up his axe.
That was so much better. I like that. That's going to help a lot here. Look at all these guys that got to hit here. This is going to be super. Oh, all the axes hit. So we got...
Yeah, I'm just going to roll all these dice.
Okay. Yeah, well, actually, you could do that. That's exactly right, because you can tell them apart because we have the colors of the axe like that. Now, of course, you're rolling just on a 4-up, aren't you, no matter
4
what?
ups, and then 4 up, feel no pain after that.
All right, let's see how you do on this. Wow.
Oh, he rolled amazing.
That's really good, Ridley.
This guy's showing
that's
up
hit
tonight.
3?
So that's going to be, how much damage is this? 4?
That's 4 damage. So
4,
it's 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
All right, 8,
So just
4
pick
up, feel no pains.
Yep, you got 8 dice there. Let's see how you
Wait,
do.
can I have 4 from the red ones?
Sure. You want the red ones?
Yeah, we need 4 red ones here. We're going to roll for this big axe.
Okay, roll for the big axe and then those. All right. Oh,
He
no.
takes 3
Really?
points of
That's
damage.
it? 3 damage from that entire unit.
That was really good.
That was super sad.
So since he only takes 3 points of damage, he is down to 11 wounds left. He hasn't even put half strength yet.
Oh, that's so bad. I totally forgot that my other unit is right here, and they're within 6 inches, so I lost my Lion's Detachment roll.
I forgot to do this on recording, but Rodigus is going to select with his +1 damage ability. Those guys, he would have done it either way. Me and my dad talked about it before. I just completely forgot to say it on camera. So the Great Unclean One, he did survive and will be getting +1 damage on those guys, which means every single hit he hits will be a dead guy pretty much.
No, that's going to be absolutely terrible.
Be great if he didn't, though.
It's time for these guys to hopefully do a little bit better against Rodikus than I did against the Great Unclean One. Before I make my attack, I also want to mention that I'm going to activate my 4-up Feel No Pain at this point with these Wardens. You have to declare at the beginning of the fight phase. Again, we talked about it, didn't make any difference yet. So we're going to use that for those characters because I have a feeling this is going to be coming in and there's nothing I can do about it because I'm going to send all my attacks at Rodikus. All of my spears are going to do the same thing we've seen with all the other ones, but for my Blade Guard champion, I have to choose which Vault Sword he wants to use when he goes in attacking. And I'm actually going to do the one that actually sadly has sustained hits 1 right now. Or no, sorry, not that one. This one Precision. It's not going to help me here, but it's the only one that when I'm fighting against Rodikus keeps me at a 4 to wound because Rodikus has 13 or 12?
12 toughness.
12 toughness. So if I went to this one that does 3 damage, I would only be wounding him on a 5. And I wonder, should I even do that? Maybe no, we're just going to go with what he did. So everything hits on 2s and wounds on 4s, has 2 AP and also has 2 damage each. We're going to roll these up. I need a 2+, and any 6 is going to be a sustained hit 1. Let's see how many sustains I got. Well, first pull the 1s out. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 dice back in, and I get
4.
I get 2 more actually. I need 2 more dice. Here we go. I got 2 right here. I'm gonna put 1 here. I'm gonna put 1 there. All right. So that's
and
all.
You also have 1 6 there.
Oh, and that's gonna be replaced by that 1. Perfect. Look at that. Huh? That worked out pretty good. Now I get to wound you on a 4+. Let's see if I can even get all these in my hand. A lot of dice. It's one of the best parts about Warhammer 40k. Look at those dice I get to roll. 4. I need a 4 to wound you. Ready? All right. Let's see. Lots of 4s, Ridley. All right. Let's pull out the 4s.
Not a lot of 4s.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 it looks like. So you can just roll these dice. I'm guessing you need a 4-up because even with the 2-up,
yes,
you're always just a 4-up.
He's a 5-up save. So
5-up
it goes to, but his 4-up invulnerable save. So.
Oh, you got a 4-up invulnerable
All right.
save.
So he's been failing me tonight, so I'm assuming he's going to roll a bunch of 1s and 2s.
Let's see
Which
it.
is exactly what he does.
Oh, he does. You look at all those 1s and 2s.
2, 4, 6, 8,
He only saved
10,
4.
12, 14, 16. He could still live. Oh, 18 damage. He could still live if he rolls good enough with his feel no pains. All right, I just need to save like a few of these for him to live. And I save, I think it's exactly enough.
Saved quite a bit there.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Nope, no, it's just 6 ups.
Oh, it's
So
6 ups. That's it.
That's
So you
going to
only
be
saved
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. He lives with 2 hit points.
Oh, no.
All right, so he will go to a total of 2 hit points remaining, which means he will be able to hit you back too.
And I'm not going to get assassination because of that.
Okay, so Dad has officially rolled with all his dudes and has attacked with all his dudes, so I'm going to go first with my Bloodthirster here. He's going to go into these, what are they called, Wardens?
Yes, they're my wardens. And remember, they have a 4-up feel no pain.
He hits on 2s. Look at that, 1.
Yep.
And wounds on 2s because he has a strength of 18 with his plus 2
I've
strength.
got a toughness of 7, Ridley. That's not
1
enough.
fails.
So
So all the
those-
extra dice I basically got failed. So that's going to be 7 attacks,
7
AP
attacks.
4s, but you have a 4
AP4.
vulnerable save.
I do have a 4 vulnerable save. I should roll all 4s here, right? That'd be really good. Nope, I failed 4 of them, Ridley. That's no good.
All right, we do. So that is going to be 4, 3. Okay, so you do have to roll these one at a time. So let's
Okay.
start. You take 4 damage from the 2 damage one.
4 damage from the 2 damage one. I'm looking for 4-up feel no pains. Let's see how I did. I only took 2 damage from that. Remember, they have 3 damage each.
All right, so then we have 4. What is this? 5 damage? Yeah, 5 damage here.
All right. Now this all goes at one guy, correct?
Yep, still the
All
same guy.
So this goes at one guy. So because of that failure, it didn't matter how many extra wounds I had. I only had 1 left on this model, so that 1 model is going to die.
Then you can roll another 5 more.
I roll 5 more. Okay, this time I want to actually save at least 3 or 4 of these. I saved 2. That's not enough. I only have 3 wounds on my guys. So
And finally, 7
I lost
damage.
another guy. 7 damage. Ridley, I can't do anything about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did a lot of 4-ups on this one, and I got almost enough. He's still just enough to kill one of my guys. That was
Yay.
bad news. So I lose another guy. I've lost half of my unit. And as you can see, he was able to eliminate 3 guys from my squad. That's an absolutely astronomical amount of people.
And now I'm going to have Rodigus go into the Wardens. It seems that Rodigus has taken just too much damage, and so now he is going to be hitting on 3s as opposed to 2s. Wow, look at all those failures.
I like failures, really. That's pretty good. So
and
you only
then
hit with
strength
2.
of 10.
Oh, I've got a toughness of 7.
All right, so
Or 6, sorry, their toughness 6.
he's going to be wounding on 3s. He
On
gets
3s?
2 wounds.
He does.
AP doesn't matter.
What's in, well, yeah, okay, so I'm on a 4-up?
Yes.
I'm guessing your AP is 1.5 million.
And not that much, but it's just enough to put you on it.
All right, 4-ups. I make 1.
All right, you take 3 damage.
3 damage. So I do have my 4-up feel no pain. Let's see how that works. Let's see if this is worth using. It barely was. Oh, one of my guys does live with only having 1 wound left. So this guy sits with 1 left on his thing there, and that's all I've got there.
We are going to now be going with the Great Unclean One into the Alaris Terminators. On 2s, he rolled 1-1, and with lethal hits, he does get a lethal hit.
What does a lethal hit do?
Automatically hits.
Oh, no.
And then on 3s, he rolls 2 fails, so that's going to be 3 wounds at AP minus too much for you.
It's too much for me. I need 4 pluses. I was able to save 1. How much damage does he do per hit?
D6 plus 2 now because of Rodigus. So as long as I don't
D6
roll a
plus 2.
1, 2 guys die. 2 guys are dead.
2 guys are dead. That's so bad. This is my big unit, and I'm losing 2 guys from this unit. That makes me super sad. I'll lose these 2 guys over here. That'll be just fine. Now, I still have enough OC to still hold that objective.
The Bloodthirster is now going to use his ability to use, he gets to roll 8 dice, and for every 4-up he gets, it's 1 mortal wound to your unit of Wardens.
Oh, that's horrible.
That is going to be 1, 2, 3, an average roll of 4 mortal wounds to
4
your
mortal
unit.
wounds. Do I
You
get to
do
use...
still get your 4 feeling pain because it's during the fight phase.
But I don't get my invulnerable save.
You don't get your invulnerable
All
save.
right,
This
so
is mortal wounds.
4-up feel no pain. Let's see how I do. I saved 3, so sadly...
Perfect amount. That's exactly what I need
The
to
1
do.
is going to kill the guy that had 1 wound left, so I'm down to 2 models in that unit. That's the end of my turn, so I do get to score some points. I do get the points for tempting target and bringing my total points to 5.
Now it is my turn. I decided not to get rid of any of my cards, and we're going to keep them because I believe I can get the tempting target over here with some sneaky deep strikes. And I believe I'll also be able to get no prisoners because there's a lot of units over here that look like they're about to die. And we move into the movement phase. Moving wise, we're going to be kind of keeping the Great Unclean One where he is. Probably moving Bellicor up here somewhere. Falling back with Rodigus so he doesn't die. Moving the Bloodthirst. He is not within engagement range, so that means he can indeed move and charge into you.
That was so bad on my part.
We'll probably end up moving the Plague Bears because they're not really doing much over here, and the dogs. We also forgot to mention that these dogs went into Deep Strike. We were talking about that yet again earlier, but I just completely forgot to pull them off the map. And that is going to be all my movements. For Scorched Earth, I do score this objective because you are -1 OC over here, which means you're only OC 4.
That's correct.
And I am OC 5, so I do get that objective. And then over there, let me see if there we go. You can see it right over there. I do have that objective from the Sticky of the Plague Bears.
All right.
So now I'm going to move all my units up. Now I take a Battle Shock test on Rodigus. And he passed, which means for my demonic manifestation rule thing of demon time is what it's called, is what I like to call it. What it's actually called is demonic manifestation. I get to heal D3 wounds on my model.
What?
That takes Battle Shock test.
Oh, that's terrible.
So he gets to heal 1 hit point. So not very many, but he is now up to 3 wounds as opposed to 2, and will be falling back from your guys. After movement phase, this is where we are. So far I have moved Be'lakor up a little bit, moved the Nurglings out of the wall, moved these guys up. We fell back with Rodigus so that he doesn't just immediately get killed by those guys. We have moved the Bloodthirster up, we moved these guys up, and now it is time to bring in the Deep Strikes. I have placed my Deep Strikes down, being Skull Taker's unit of Bloodletters over here and the Ren Master over here. All the Ren Master has to do is be within 18 of this squad, so he can take the 9-inch Deep Strike charge there's a unit over there of guards that I'm hoping for him to charge into, and if he doesn't make it, then I'm still within 18 to be able to get the +1 damage, +1 strength, and +1 armor penetration from these Khorne demon units. So they have armor penetration 3, damage 3, and they will get a whopping strength of 6, which is going to help a lot. And Skull Taker here, he's just going to be an absolute beast.
And you deep striked in 6 inches here, but that would you had to use a
I
stratagem?
did have to use a command point because I don't have Shadow of Chaos currently, as I do not have the middle objective, but I do have the far right objective, just not, I don't have a majority of the No Man's Land objectives.
And the 18-inch thing is triggered when you're targeting this unit, correct?
Any unit within 18 of the Ren Master.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
But I do have to select 1 unit for that, though.
And it only works with Khorne
It
demons?
only works with Khorne demons.
Okay, so it doesn't work on all the guys that are Nurgly up next to the middle objective.
No. Last Deep Strike we have is the dogs going right here. They're going to be charging into that unit. Hopefully, yet again, they need a 9-inch charge because there's no Shadow of Chaos back here. The Great Unclean One is now going to use his ability that allows him to select 1 unit within 12 of him for -1 toughness, and that's going to be these guys, so that Be'lakor has an easier time shooting them. Into the shooting phase, we are going to start with Be'lakor into this unit. He's going to use the Hazardous so that he could take some damage from this, but he will do some big damage to them if he passes. Be'lakor's ability for this turn is going to be the reroll hit rolls of 1. So any unit within 6 of him gets to reroll hit rolls of 1, including himself.
That looks like about all your guys.
Pretty much, except for the guys that are over here and like a few guys over there.
This is going to be insane.
Here comes Be'lakor. He hits on 2s with rerolls of 1. Thank goodness for those rerolls of 1. He rolled a bunch of 1s there. And he rolled another 1. Nice. But that is still 11 shots. And now we are going to be wounding on... I have a strength of 6.
I have a toughness of 7.
With the guard?
Oh, you're hitting the guard? Yeah, it's
no,
only a 6.
Okay. And you're -1 toughness because the Great Unclean One. So you're at toughness 5, which means they are wounding you on a total of 3s.
That's not going to be any good
And
here.
it really didn't help me much, but that's 2 devastating wounds.
Which means I don't get my save
You do
against
not
this.
get your saving throw, and 3 wounds at AP -4, I think, or 3? It doesn't matter. You're going to be
I
on
need
a 4.
4+. All right, let's see how we do here. I saved 2. How much
All right,
damage
that is
do
going
I
to be
do?
3 damage in total. That will be enough to kill a guard guy.
Unless he has a shield, Ridley. He has 4 wounds, so he's left with 1 wound
Before
left.
we do anything, I then have to roll a hazardous check, too, for Be'lakor.
Well, roll it again.
He passes. If I roll a 1 on the dice, he takes 3 mortal wounds.
Oh, that'd be great.
The Great Unclean One is now going to shoot, and he's going to shoot his all his weapons into these guys here. We're going to try to kill that squad in shooting. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to throw everything into the Alaris Terminators, because screw the Alaris Terminators.
You can shoot even though I'm based in combat with you?
Yes, because he is a monster, and monsters and vehicles can shoot out of combat. He is going to get 2 shots plus 3, so that is going to be 5 shots, wounding you on 5s. He wounds you 3 times because it's a torrent weapon, which means it automatically hits.
Oh no, so I only get to save against those?
And it is on a 2+. You're on a 4+.
I'm on a 4+. Well, everything always seems to do enough armor penetration to put me at a 4+. Well, it looks like I failed 2 of those.
Take 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage each?
Yes.
So
No,
I'm-
2 points of damage in total.
So each one does 1 point of damage?
Yes. Then his whip.
Well, where there's a
4
whip, there's a way,
attacks.
remember? I think I heard that in The Lord of the Rings.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
4 attacks plus 1. These are hitting on 4s because he's -1 to hit, because when monsters do shoot out of combat, they are -1 to hit. He rolled 2 hits, and that's it. strength of 7. You are a toughness of 7, so I am on a 4+. I wound you twice.
2.
AP2.
AP2.
If you I hate to break it to you, but if you fail this, you will be taking 2 damage here.
Oh, that's fantastic. I got a oh, look at that. That's no
Ooh,
good.
one guy's dead and one's on 2 hit points left.
Oh, no. So the first 2 damage is going to go against this guy. Then you did 2 damage and 2 damage, correct?
Yes.
So this guy only has 4, so he's going to take both 1s and then the 2, and then this guy has to take the other 2.
The Bloodthirster is going to shoot his Flamer into these guys. Another Torrent weapon. Let's see how many attacks he gets. He gets 3 attacks, so let's roll them up and see if they hit. Unfortunately, I am on a 5+, and what do you know? I wound one of them at AP1.
AP1, that means I get a 3-up this time, Ridley, not a 4-up. Let's see how that works. It did not work for me.
No, you take 1 point of damage, unfortunately.
That puts this person right here on 2 wounds.
All right, the Nurglings here are going to make a charge into those guys. They basically can't fail this. There is a 8, so they're going to just round the corner like this. And then we're going to move into Bellicor here. He needs a 7-inch charge right on into those guys. He gets a 5 and fails, so he will be failing that, but that's okay. That wasn't really that big of a charge. We're going to start with the Blood Crushers here. They have an unfailable charge of a 5, so they make it in. I guess it was failable if I rolled 2 1s, but I didn't, so. These guys, well, not these guys, it's the one dude. He's going to be going into the unit. He needs a 9.
And he rolled
He does not get a
6. He did not make it.
These guys need a 9.
What are they going to get? They're going to get an 8. They're not going to make it.
They are also going to fail, just like everything in Maori. Plague Bears are going to try to make their charge. They need about a 4 or 3. They get a 8, so they definitely make it. We're going to try to put them in.
And see where they all go. They're all just going to pile on in there just like that?
Yep.
That's
and
fantastic.
Then we're going to, I think this guy can make it over here.
Oh, I'm sure he can. This will be, they're just all having a party.
They're all having a big, fun Nurgle party.
Well, the good news is at least I still have my...
These 2 guys can't get in.
No, but I got my shield card that can actually maybe do something next turn because they didn't get charged.
Okay, it'd be really nice if I could make this 5-inch charge here. They make it, thank goodness.
It with an 8.
I saw the 3 and I panicked a little bit there. We're actually going to pile them in a little bit more like this here since it's got such a big high charge because the building's kind of in the way there.
Okay, and so you're just going to kind of pile them in and around
Yes.
the best you can.
If you do remember, these guys do get +1 to charges because of the horn musician guy.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So they're going to go all in there and are going to hopefully take down Trajan's squad completely. The Bloodthirster now gets a charge. This is basically unfailable.
I don't think you
We'll
can
see.
fail this. For the first time ever, the Bloodthirster cannot fail a charge.
Yep, that is the first time ever.
At the top of the fight phase, I am going to pop my Feel No Pain on this unit. It will hopefully keep me alive. Now, also, I'm sorry, I also need to do Trajan if I want to either give him a 2-up invulnerable or pop 12 attacks. If I do the 2 invulnerable, see, this is an interesting situation here, Ridley, isn't it?
Because you have to select his ability before Skull Taker selects if he does precision or not.
And if he selects precision, he's able to target a character in a unit. And sadly, he's basically baiting me to use my 2-up invulnerable.
And he also does 4 damage apiece. So therefore, that's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Oh, he's
into your guys. So
that's gonna be
it's
bad.
either your guys or Trajan. But your Trajan also has a 5 Feel No Pain.
He's going to get a 4-up Feel No Pain because he's part of that
That's
unit.
right.
I am going to pop his 2-up invulnerable just to make sure that you don't precision him out of that unit.
All right.
I'm then going to spend 1 command point, bringing my command points down to 2. Doing that is going to allow me to get his once per battle ability back.
Okay. Before I make my attacks, during the charge phase, I should have rolled 1d6 for each of these guys. On a 4-up, they do d3 mortal wounds to your units. That's 2 4-ups.
D3?
And so now I get to do 2d3 mortal wounds. That is going to be a 3 mortal wounds to your unit. That kills a guy.
Not necessarily, because
shield.
Remember, I've got shields on some of these guys. Sadly, the guy who's holding a banner is the one that has a shield. He also has a shield, but remember, he's a shield captain, so I can't have him take the wounds first.
Everything now is going to be going into those guys hitting on 3s here. That is a lot of hits, but also a lot of fails. Skull Taker only failed 1, and he is not precisioning.
Only 1? He's not precisioning,
indeed going to be going into your unit. Now, you want to know what he gives the entire unit?
What?
Devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds on a 6, I won't be able to use my
You won't even get to use your saving throw.
Oh, but I get my 4 Feel No Pain.
You do get your 4 Feel No Pain.
Nice.
So, on 4s.
All right, let's see
That
this.
is going to be 1, 2.
He didn't get any devastating
He's on
wounds.
3s, so he gets 2.
Oh, but look at all the ones he missed.
He did fail a lot. He, I think, dropped his sword when he went in. And that is going to be a total of 6 wounds that you have to roll for. Those weren't 6s, I bumped those.
Yes, okay, so these are the 6 I have to roll.
You're on 4-ups.
Let's roll my 4-ups and see how
You
this
also
goes.
have 2 from Skull Taker here.
I do have 2 from Skull Taker. I have to roll these 2?
Yes.
All right, these are 4-ups? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to make them all, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd I do? I did average. All right, I got rid of those.
Thank goodness you at least failed one of the Skull Taker ones.
All right, so how much damage each is that?
3 each plus Skull Taker's a 4.
All right, so I'm going to roll the 3s. Now I get to do my feel-up pains, right?
Yes, you have to go one at a time because then it gives you a better likely chance of surviving.
I like it. We'll roll our first one. I missed one, so I have a guy that's left with 2 wounds. I'll put that right there. And then we have to roll our second one. Let's see, that was our first one. So I roll our second one. I need 4 ups. I made them all. Then I'm going to roll my last one here, which is 4 damage, you said?
It's 2 damage. It's just 3 damage still.
Him?
Skull Taker's the 4. There's 3 though.
So here's a 4 one. This is Skull Taker. I took 2 more, and that's it. I lost only 1 guy. Okay, I have to roll 1 more, don't I?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to roll 1 more. 4 feel no pains. I have a guy that's on 2 wounds, and I lost 1 guy. So I'm going to lose this guy, and 1 guy's on 2. I'll make it this guy. He'll be on 2 wounds. I do have 3 command points, and there's a basic strategy that allows me to attack after you chose a person to attack with, even though I don't have to always strikes first. So I'm actually going to choose this unit. I know it's not much, but I'm hoping maybe I can do something to this guy, and if I can get another unit in, we can probably take him down. So we're going to jump in and try to take at least some of his health down. We're going to hit the guy on 2s. I'm just going to use the same sword I did last time. So we're wounding on 2s, or hitting on 2s, sorry. And I do have 3 6s, so that means I'm going to get 3 more to come in. I missed with nothing. I'm going to have a strength of 7. What's your toughness, Ridley?
My toughness is 11.
Okay, so I'm going to be wounding on 4s, but they go to 3s because of my lion's detachment. And
no, it's 5s, but it goes to 4s.
Oh, it goes to 4s? Okay. So then I only missed with 5 of these. So I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that do 2 damage each that you have to save against.
All right, Lucky Bloodthirster here. He is on 4s.
You need to get 4s in order to save?
He did not get very lucky.
Oh, well, let's see
that
how
is
many
going to
I
be
do.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage to
I did 12.
Bloodthirster.
How much does he have?
6 health left.
Oh, man, that's not even... I was hoping it would give... Well, stick's better than nothing.
He has 6 wounds left. You did quite a lot of damage to him, and now he's going to hit you back. Now, I'm just going to explain something real quick. Normally, he would be bracketed because he's -1 to hit.
Yeah.
But his Corn Demon ability gives his Demon Lord of Corn aura gives him +1 to hit. And any Corn Demon within 6 of him. So he gets to hit on 2s again.
Oh, barf.
On 2s.
And then what do you need to... You hit on 2s?
1 fail.
Okay, 1 fails. And what's your strength?
Strength of 18.
18. Well, mine's not high enough to prevent you from wounding on 2s, I don't
2
think.
fails.
So you wounded with all of that?
That's going to be 6 wounds at AP of Kabillion.
A kabillion. All right, so I need 4 ups. Let's see how we do. I didn't do very well.
I'm pretty sure that is going to end up killing the unit here.
How much damage each
This
are those?
does D6 + 2. The first guy is very dead.
He's only got 3 wounds.
And your Blade Guard champion is super dead.
Oh, he's super dead. But I've got a neat trick, Ridley. You ready?
Let's see if he can come back to life.
He does.
It'd be really nice if you roll a 1 here.
No, I would not be. So I gave him an enhancement, the Superior Creation, I believe is what it's called. I can come back from the dead on a 2+. Let's roll this up into the actual die thing here. I got a 6, so he does
quite
come
the
back.
opposite.
I did not. I did quite the opposite. My guy's back up. So he did wipe out my entire squad, which is super sad.
No prisoners.
You did get no prisoners. I am going, but I have to move him now. Actually, believe it or not, killing him before he comes back also counts as a destroyed
So
unit.
I got 2 destroyed units.
You did. I'm going to push him outside of engagement range. There you go. It for my turn, or your turn, I should say, over here. Let's go to the next fight.
Rodriguez did select this unit because there's so much Nurgle goodness over here. So everybody gets +1 damage, which means little tiny Nurglings get 2 damage apiece.
That's fantastic. Before you roll anything, I also should have declared some stuff during the fight phase. Since this unit, nothing here has gone, I'm okay with this. He has an ability that I forgot to talk about when I talked about all of my army, all the things in my army. What he has is, because he is an Alaris captain, he has an ability that allows him, it's called, right here, check this out. It's called Armament of Adamantium. Once per battle, at the start of any phase, this model can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the phase, each time an attack is allocated to the model, change the damage characteristic it takes to 1. So any damage you do, it don't matter if it's 4, 8, 9, 17, 123, it goes to 1. I'm also going to use Defiant to the last, which is a stratagem I have that allows me for 1 command point to be able to fight on death on a 4+ on my normal characters and a 2+ on my named characters, so my shield captain on a 2+. That is going to cost 1 command point. I have 0, but remember, my shield captains do have strategic mastery, which allows me to target them with a stratagem for -1 CP, bringing it down to 0.
Also, just to brighten up Dad's day, everybody's within 6 of Bellacore, which means they all get real hit rolls of 1.
Oh, brightest day.
The Plague Bearers are going to be hitting on 3s with rerolls of 1, and sustained and lethal hits.
All of that? That's really good, Ridley.
That
He
is
gets all
1,
that.
2,
These are sustained
3,
and lethal?
4, 5 sustained hits. 1
Okay.
red one gets to come back in, and 4 yellow ones get to come in here.
And
I
you
need
4
another
yellow
yellow
ones?
one.
Well, don't worry, we got these ones.
Oh yeah, the 1s and 2s. We can pull those all out.
Yep, but don't you get to re-roll the ones?
I do get to reroll the 1s.
Well, then let's take the 2s out of there. These all hit?
Yep.
Okay, let's move them to the side. Go ahead and see if you can hit me with any of these.
I hit with all but 1.
All but 1. That's fantastic. Okay.
And then all of these are on 4s now.
And these are lethal, correct? The
These-
6s that
all
are
these
all over
6s
here?
are lethal hits.
All right, these are all lethal hits. These all look like a bunch of lethality. I'm going to
5 ups.
Oh boy, here we go. 5 ups.
1, 2, 3. I bumped that, but that wasn't a hit
okay.
anyways.
There we go. Put some more over here, and we'll count them all up and see what you got. I have to roll all of these?
Yep, you
All
do.
right. And what are they on? What's my...
AP of -1.
Oh, it's only -1. Oof. So I save on 3 pluses. Okay, let's see how this goes. Here we go. Ready? 3 pluses. I'm going to try. Let's see if I can make any of these. 3 ups. I did not do very well. I get... Wow, for having 3 ups. So actually, it's not too bad. All right.
All right, that's 1 guy dead, 2 guys dead, because they do 2 damage apiece, and then 1 that goes into the shield captain.
Oh, 1 goes into the shield captain, 2 dead guys, and 1 goes into the shield captain. Fantastic. The shield captain is going to be down to 6 wounds. There is a problem here. I've already taken 2 wounds on this guy. So the first one did 2 wounds, takes him out. Then you did another 4 wounds, and then that other wound is going to go here. So he actually has 5 wounds left. That's it. I'm going to put him kind of outside. These guys now can attempt to fight back. I'm going to roll to see if these 2 get to fight on death. Do you think I can do it? I need 4 plus.
We'll see.
Come on, I need 4 pluses. No, they don't actually get to fight on death. Apparently, they forgot to put that into their programming in their suit.
Yeah.
All right, Ridley, that was awesome. Now that you only have, I have 1 guy left in that unit.
All right, we are going to go next with these guys, and then I'm assuming you'll remove them after we're done with this. Just
Yeah,
make it
there's a lot of
simplistic.
guys in there. We'll figure this all out. So your 3 Nurglings are attacking
Yep, on 5s with lethal hits.
with lethal hits.
Okay, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. I didn't roll any 6s. I didn't roll any 2s.
Oh, Ridley, you got some combos.
Or no, I
going
didn't roll
on
any
for
1s.
sure.
So
All right.
these are all gone. And then, no wounds. So just the 3 wounds.
3
they
wounds.
do 2 damage piece, but because your shield captain's 1 damage.
And I'm rolling on, what's the AP on that?
AP 0.
Oh, 0. So at least I got 2s. This should be pretty good. I only failed 1 somehow. And so I'm down to 4 wounds on my captain.
My final units for this long turn is going to be these guys going into your shield guards. All right, so the red dice here are hitting on 4s, and the green dice here are hitting on 3s. All right, funny enough, the ones that hit worse actually rolled better. And then on a strength of 5 and a strength of 6. So these are on
okay.
4s, these are on 5s, but these have lance, which means when I charge, I get +1 to wound. So these are on 3s.
Oh, that's pretty
And
good.
so that got me all but 1. And
Okay.
one of the 6s, this is 2 damage, and all the red dice are 1 damage only.
Oh, okay. Only 1 damage. What's their AP on that?
AP 1 for the red ones and AP 2 for the yellow ones.
Okay, so I need a 4 with this and 3s with those. Right, here we go. All right, I missed 1 with these.
So 1 damage is taken, which means your final dude is dead.
Oh no! I will have to lose this guy right here. That makes me sad. He also is my OC keeper, but he also had a weapon that really is not that great. I got rid of my guys and his Nurglings consolidated into his unit here. I'm going to attack with my champion here, or my, I guess you could say, shield guard captain here, and see what we can do. We're going to start with him, and he's going to go against the Great Unclean One, but sadly, I've lost my rerolls because my unit is dead. Now that I think about it, I don't have my rerolls for the monsters, so I'm actually going to go at your Nurglings because I do 4 damage each with that axe. I'm going to hit you on 2s, no, 3s, right?
Yep.
Okay, 3s with these. And I missed with 2, and I didn't get any of my martial kata. I then get to wound you probably on a lot because I have a 12 strength.
Yeah, it's going to be on 2s.
I'm going to be on 2s here. Let's see how that goes. I did wound with all 4 of those, and that's -3 armor piercing.
Okay, if I can pass 2 of these, they live.
Well, I hope you don't.
I did not, so the entire unit is dead.
I love it. Paul Bunyan took his axe and swung it real good and killed all 3 of those Nurglings. For those of you who don't know who Paul Bunyan is, it's kind of a Minnesota Midwest thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack next here. These guys are all going to have to consolidate into it. They go 3 inches, is that right?
Yep.
Which means I should be able to swing all these guys in to be able to attack your guys. I'm going to attack on 2s. The red ones are going to be the captain, who does have a sword. The other ones all have spears. Hitting on 2s with 6s are going to be sustained. I'm going to lose 1 to my 1s. Nope, here's another 1 right here, but then we do have 2 6s, so they're going to come back. Ooh, look at this. I got 3 6s, so I get another 1. These guys are all going to wound on, let's see here, their strength 7. What do you think?
Toughness 7.
Your toughness 7. So I'm going to wound on 3s with the spears. Ridley, my Sentinel Blade is only a strength 6, so that's wounding you on 4s.
Okay.
All right. So let's see how we do, because the spears are going to wound on 3s. No, wounds on 4s, goes to 3s. All right, here we go. I need 3s and 4s. I missed with all of this. This is out of control. This was a 1. Here we're going to move this one. We're going to move this one and this one. All right, now we got to go to the red ones. We're going to move 2 of these. And the red one's wounded on 4s. The other one's wounded on 3s. There you go. And they have 2 AP each.
All right, these guys are all going to die.
Are they going to die?
Yeah, they're dead.
What do they need to save?
They need 5s.
All right, so
because
maybe
you're
they're
AP
still
2, right?
good, right? Yeah.
All right, these are 2 damage piece.
2, 4, 6,
Okay,
8,
that's
10.
dead.
Okay, they're all dead.
I'm not.
Each of those what are those crushers?
Blood crushers.
They each had 4 wounds each, so that's why they were all wiped out. I'm going to attack with this unit over here. Trajan does have his once per battle ability back, but he cannot pop it because he already used it during this round. So I could use it next round, but not this round. So we're going to attack with this squad against all those bloodthirsters.
Yes.
Okay, they're bloodletters, right?
Yeah.
Not bloodthirsters. He's over there. He's ruining my day on the other side of the board.
Yep.
All of my units are going to hit on 2s over there. The red ones are going to be Trajans, and I do get to bring in new ones based on 6s here. I get to bring in 1, 2, 3 more yellow dice and 1 more red dice. Okay, then his toughness is less than 6, so I'm going to be wounding on 3s, but of course, because of my Lion's Detachment, I'm going to be wounding on 2s. Let's see how this goes. I only missed with 3 dice. That's all I missed with. Now, each one of these is going to be 2 damage, except for Trajans. They're going to be 3.
All right, let's roll these up. We are going to start with Trajan's dice.
You want to start with Trajan's dice?
Can I roll them in order, or do I have to?
You can roll them in any
All
order
right,
you
we're
want
going to roll Trajan's dice for the guys, because they do more damage.
All right, that
and
sounds
my
like a
guys
plan.
each have 1 hit point apiece.
All right, what's
5
their-
ups.
They need 5 ups.
They
Oh,
save
did
3.
pretty good.
So 3 dead so far.
So 3
I'm
dead.
going to put a number right here.
Sure. There you go.
Then we have all
of
these
those.
dice. So there's 7 left, so we'll roll 7 dice.
Oh, I see. Okay. This
Because
is,
they have a different invulnerable save.
I got it. That makes sense.
They saved quite a few. That's only 3 more dead, so they 6 dead
That's
in
6,
total so
and
far.
These are done. So you can roll 4 more, right?
Okay, 2 dice, so there
You're
is
at 8. So you're going to go back to 2, or you say add a 2. There you go.
Add a 2.
Get rid of those. Then you got to roll 2 more. This might not work. Oh,
Okay,
good.
they're dead now.
They're all dead. Now
And
who's
now,
this?
hopefully Skulltaker here can survive on a 4-up invulnerable save.
4 up and vulnerable save.
He's dead.
He took 2, 4, 6, 8 damage.
He was my CP generator.
He was your CP generator. Well, guess what, Ridley? He's not CP generating anything. You know why? You don't pick on Trajan Valoris. That's what happens. See what happens when you pick on Trajan?
That was very sad.
I'm pretty happy about that. At least one thing went really good over here. And that's going to help me because I got Assassination here. When 1 or more character models were destroyed, I'm going to get 5 victory points. That's going to be fantastic.
The final attack will be the Great Unclean One going into that shield captain. I need to do 4 damage to him. I would like to roll some 4s here so that, I could, kill him, but...
No, let's not do
2
that.
ups. Okay, hit everything with 2 lethal hits.
That's fantastic.
On 3s, if I can just make 2 more.
Oh,
I make
boy.
exactly 2 more.
Oh, no.
I need you to fail all of these.
All of these, and what do I need? A 4 up?
4 up.
4 ups, all
Because
right.
you reduce everything to 1, right?
I reduced everything to 1 for this phase. Let's see how this goes. I saved all but 1, so I'm going to take only 1 damage. How much would that have done normally?
D6 plus 2.
Oh, that would have totally destroyed him. But instead, I'm only going to drop your damage total down to
And remember,
1.
the D6 plus 2 is only because of Radius.
Yes, but I don't only take 1, so that brings my shield captain to 3 health. Going into the top of turn 3. At this present time, before we score any points, at the end of turn 2, the score for us is...
It is 25 to 30.
Who's got 25?
You. Oh. Or no, I have 30. I have 25, you have 20. I have 25, you have 30.
All right, got it? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm actually winning for what, even though it looks like I've been destroyed on the board. All right, I have to make a battle shock test against, or for my character because he has taken more than half wound.
Yes, and you're a -1 to the test.
I'm at -1. Mm-hmm. Do I have a command point?
Yes.
Oh, I could do Insane Bravery, which means I would automatically take it, but I have to choose before I roll the dice.
Yes.
I don't think it's worth it, Ridley. I'm just going to roll and see how we do here. I got a total of 11, so I'm doing just fine.
He is not scared.
He is not scared. Well, I wouldn't be scared of that big giant green blob thing in front of me with his guts hanging out. I'm going to cut more guts out in just a second. I'm going to draw my objectives now at this point. The first one I have is Storm Hostile Objectives. At the end of my turn, if I control one or more objective markers that were controlled by my opponent at the start of the turn, I get 4 victory points. Or if your opponent did not control any objective markers at the start of the turn, and you control one or more objective markers that you did not control at the start of your turn. So I'm probably just going to go grab one of his objectives and I'll get 4 points. The other one I have is going to be Defend Stronghold. This says that at the end of your opponent's turn, or the end of battle, whichever comes first, you control one or more objective markers in my deployment zone. So I have to control the objective in my deployment zone. I get 3 points. Go.
I have decided that I'm going to discard Tempting Target. I just realized right now that I kind of forgot to do it, but we're going to do it quickly here because I don't see a reason I can get it anymore. And so I'm going to be getting a command point because of that.
Going into my movement phase, I'm going to have to deal with both of these units back here to be able to defend my stronghold. After my movement phase back here, this is how it's going to sit. I'm hoping to maybe take out at least this dog unit with shooting and then hopefully charge in and kill this unit. And that way he has to decide which unit he wants to go after, both giving me a lot of OC on this particular objective here. Over here, I'm going to fall back, shoot, and charge. It's going to cost me one command point, but as a shield captain, again, I can do that for free once per round. So I'm going to move him 5 inches over here and keep him less than 1 away from Bellicor and this giant Great Unclean Blob. Yep, that's right, Great Unclean Blob.
All right, I'm going to decide to Overwatch him here because if I can kill him, that's huge. Like, that's really big and really nice to would happen.
That would work.
I just realized I'm actually going to Overwatch with Rodriguez because he has a better torrent weapon and he's within 12.
And he's within 12. I put him right there, didn't I?
Yep.
I did.
We got 2d6 shots.
And you got a total of
9.
9.
I'm really excited about that.
What do you need to wound on this?
I have a strength of 8.
And I've got a toughness of 7, so you're wounding on 3s, I
And
think, right?
devastating wounds. So if I get 2 6s, he's
That's
dead.
gonna be bad news city here. You didn't.
Oh, I didn't.
How much
but
damage did you do?
I still did
1, 2, 3,
6 at
4,
AP2.
5. Is that 6?
at AP2.
AP2. I need 4-ups?
Yes.
Oh, no. Come on, 4-up city. I did not get 4-up city. I took 3 wounds.
That is just enough to kill
That
him.
is enough to kill him. I had only 3 wounds left. You know what he was going to go do? He was going to go talk to Bellicor for a little while. These guys are going to move 6 inches over in this direction over here. They're going to stay kind of on this objective, but I want them away from here because I have a plan with Trajan's units to come in this way. So we're just going to move them kind of over into this area here. Like I said, still kind of keeping the objective, or they don't actually have it. It's these evil plague bears that have it. But they're going to move over to here and hopefully be able to get some shots.
I don't know. Those plague bears are pretty cool.
No, I need them super dead. Hopefully I can get some shots on Rodicus from here. Oh, and of course I have to bring this wound with me.
Yay.
We're moving Trajan's unit up to here so they can hopefully do something. I'm going to guess, my goal is to try to get him into these Plague Bearer unit. And then I'm going to Deep Strike in my Blade Guard champion back over to right here, which is going to give me Storm Hostile Objectives. At this point, it's time to start my shooting phase. We're going to start the prosecutors. They're going to shoot over here with their storm bolters. Or I mean bolt guns, sorry, not storm bolters. And because my bolt guns have rapid fire 1, I'm going to get their original attacks, and then 3 of them are within half distance, which is 12 inches because their normal range is 24, so I'm going to add 3 more dice. The prosecutors have a ballistic skill of 3, so we're going to only be able to hit on 3s. Well, that's everything. And then they have a strength of 4. What's the toughness of those dogs?
If only they had sustained or lethal hits there.
That'd be pretty good, but they don't.
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4, strength 4, so that means I'm going to be wounding you on 4s, Ridley. Let's see how this goes. I did wound you.
I think these guys have rolled better than like 90% of your army.
They're like really my MVP here. They don't have any AP on this.
5 ups.
5 ups. All right. Well, then your guys are AP.
1 dog's dead so far,
Only
and
one dead dog.
that's just
one
one
dead
dead.
dog. That's better than nothing. I'm going to move into their shooting. I'm going to shoot the 3 spears into the dogs, and I'm going to shoot the sword into this giant blood throne. I hit on 2s against the dogs with those spears. I miss with 1, and I get to wound on 3s. No, they're strength 4, so wounding on 4s, but then I get +1 wound, so it's wounding on 3s.
It is 3s.
And I get to re-roll my wound roll, but I don't need to. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds against you. And it's AP2, but it doesn't matter because you're on
5 ups.
You're on a 5-up.
They leave with 2 models left.
I killed, these do 2 damage, and the dogs have 2 wounds each, correct?
Yep.
All right.
That is going to leave me with only 2 dogs left.
My pistol hits on 2s, both hit, and it's got a strength of 4. What's the blood throwing red
Toughness
master?
9, so you're on 5s.
I'm on 5s. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I got 2 6s. That's fantastic. How'd you do?
1 fail.
All right, you take 2 damage.
He is now going to have 7 wounds remaining.
All of these guys are going to shoot into Rodicus and hopefully take him down. I get 8 attacks hitting on 2s, and I hit with everything, and then I get to wound. I have a strength of 4.
You're on 5s.
I'm on 5s. Let's see if we can do this. I need 5s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and they're going to be AP -1, but you're on your save.
4 ups.
Probably. You get 4 ups. You take
Ooh,
2.
4 damage.
4 damage.
I'm going to reroll 1 because if
Okay.
how much shooting do you have left?
Shooting I have left? That could go into the Rodicus. I don't have any shooting that could actually make it into Rodicus.
We're going to reroll 1 then. He saves it. So he is going to live with 1 hit point for sure. He fails both his feel of pain, so he loses 1 hit point.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I am now down to 1 hit point and have no command points.
The other shooting I have is here, and I'm going to shoot all of that into the Great Unclean One. I would potentially have shot this unit, but if I start doing damage to this unit, Ridley's just going to pull the ones that are closer to me away, making the charge harder.
Yeah,
right?
but that's exactly what I do.
That's what I thought. I'm going to roll these up. I need 2 pluses to hit. I hit with everything except for these 2. And I need to, they're all strength 4s, and your toughness 172. So I'm going to be wounding on 5s. Let's see how this goes. I did pretty good. I have only missed 2 of them. That's -1 AP.
4 ups.
And you saved, missed a couple of those.
Not too many of them.
Now, these are going to be strength 3. Those are strength 2. So that's a total of, sorry, damage. Sorry, 3, 6, 7, 8 damage you took.
All right, let's see if they can do this. He takes 4 damage.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
He is now at 7 wounds remaining. He might die here, actually. But then again, it depends on what you charge.
The last thing I'm going to do is, because we are playing Scorched Earth, I am going to begin to burn that home objective of yours. Which means if you're not able to kill him by the end of your turn, I am going to have destroyed your objective, giving myself 15 points.
Well, the only issue is if I just move Be'lakor onto the objective, I'm just going to move him back. Just have to move him.
We're going to start right here to try to make a charge. The charge is going to be about a 6 or a 7. We'll roll our dice. I got an 8. That's going to be plenty enough to get me in. Ridley has informed me, of course, that my 6-7 joke was actually part of it, and I'm too old to be cool enough to know the
I don't even get the joke half the time.
6-7, right?
Yep.
Trajan's unit is going to attempt to charge this unit here. What do you want me to do, Ridley?
Fail.
Let's see how we do.
No.
I got a 10. I made it in. And so I can actually put them way over here, which is actually going to be really, really good. So let's move these guys and figure out where they're going to end up. I did get my unit in, which is going to help me. Now, sadly, this kind of makes this unit worthless because if I charge into the Great Unclean One again, I'm going to lose my Lion's Detachment. So instead, I'm going to attempt to go against Rodicus. I need another long bomb charge. Now, last time we did the long bomb charge, it actually didn't help me because I lost my Lion's Detachment roll.
It's because of the same unit, too.
The same unit. Here we go. I need a 10 this time. And I got a 5, so I didn't make it this time.
How did this dice just launch?
I don't know, Ridley. That was out of control.
It just
Right as I'm trying to record that I'm doing this, here comes a random dice. All right, I'm going to make a charge into the Bloodthirster. Yeah, I can't miss. So here he goes. He goes right in there. All right, boom.
Here,
Ready
wait,
to
roll
fight.
the charge to make sure you don't fail.
No, I'm not going to roll the charge. We're going to start by attempting to delete this unit from the board. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to save that for maybe a bigger threat, which might come from back here. All of my guys are going to be hitting on 2s, and I also get sustained 1. I missed with 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2 of Trajan's missed. That's sad. All right, those are all the misses. Now we get to bring things back, which is going to bring back my 3 yellow dice, but I only get 1 of my red dice back. So, in essence, I missed with one of Trajan's. All right, we're going to roll these up. I do wound on 2s because my strength is 7 and your toughness is 6, correct?
Because of the Great Unclean and the +1 toughness.
Oh, well, not going to help you. Here we go. Wounding on 2s. I missed with 1, 2. There we go. All right.
3.
Oh, did I miss another one there? All right. They are going to be AP -2, but it doesn't matter. You have like a 5 up?
5 up, vulnerable save.
All right, let's see how it goes. How'd it go?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6.
Okay, so how many do we get
1,
there?
2, 3, 4, 5 dead from Trajan.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead from the dudes.
Okay.
And
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage or whatever.
12 damage to the commander. All right, the entire squad is now dead.
All right.
Including poor Ganondorf.
That makes me super happy. Now, after I've killed your group...
Wait, which one's Link that killed Ganondorf?
They're all
Probably this
Link.
one with the blonde hair.
Sure, that's him. Am I able to consolidate onto this 3 inches? Since I
3
destroyed
inches,
your
yes.
Unit? Perfect, let's do that. Funny enough, Ridley, I'm not going to consolidate. Because then I would be 6 inches next to that other unit, and that unit again would wreck my day and not give my +1 attack and +1 to wound. So where we stand right now, I think we're doing just fine. I'm going to do this combat next with the Blade Guard champion. The Blade Guard champion this time is going to choose his Victus sword. It gives him devastating wounds, but he only gets 5 attacks, hits on a 2, strength of 6. But that still means I'm going to wound on a 4. And I still get my Martial Kata, which allows me to take sustained hits 1. So let's roll these up. I did get a sustained hit, which is going to be super good. And then I wound on 4s, and 6s are devastating wounds.
So if you roll 2 60s, he's dead.
I love it. Let's do it. I didn't. I only rolled 3 wounds. Oh,
All
no.
right, if I fail, save 2 of these, he lives.
Oh no, let's not save any of these.
Oh!
You have one left.
Yes! He lives with 3
No.
wounds.
Oh, except I have bad news for you. Each of those is 3 damage.
Yeah, he has 6 wounds. 4 up invulnerable save.
Oh, the 4-up saves?
Yep.
Oh no. I thought it was a 5 invulnerable save, so he's down to 3 wounds?
Down to 3
Oh
wounds
my
left.
gosh,
A
this-
big monster like the Bloodthirster would have a 4. Not a 5 up.
You never know. He is part of Khorne. Usually they just come and get hit and die. My final fight first is going to be here. All these guys are going to hit on 2s with taking sustained hit 1. I missed with 1, 2, and I get 2 back with the yellow dice, and I get 2 more red dice, which are the swords, but I lose 1 there. Then I'm going to be able to wound you. What's your toughness on this guy?
9.
9. So I'm wounding on 5s, but they're going to go to 4s because I get my +1. So let's see. I need 4 pluses. Let's see those. 4 pluses, I got a lot of 4 pluses. And guess what? This is my shield guard unit. I'm not on an objective, so I don't get to reroll the full wound roll, but I get to reroll my 1s, and I got a couple more. So we're going to take out anything that's not a 4+, which looks like a lot of these. These are all 1 damage anyway. These, I like the yellow ones better. They're 2
Now,
damage.
can I roll this 24 ups?
I don't know. We'll see what you can do. Then just negative 2 AP, but doesn't matter, does it?
No, he's a 4 invulnerable save.
4 vulnerable save.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's...
I'm not even gonna roll this dice. He does another
How many damage health did he have?
one. 7.
Okay, so he's got negative 43. And with that, the blood throne's off the board, but it did what it's supposed to do. It came in and helped out your blood letters, right?
Do nothing.
Do nothing. That's fantastic.
That's what they did. I now get to fight back over here, and we're gonna kill this Blade Guard champion. All right, it's gonna be a very dead Blade Guard champion.
I think it is.
He rolled 2 1s.
Hey, that's fantastic. What do you need to wound him?
2s.
Oh boy, let's see how this goes. Hey, a lot more 1s.
Lot of
wow,
1s.
a lot of 1s. So I only have to roll 3 4-ups and I live, right?
Yep.
All right, let's see it. Come on, 3 4-ups. Look at that. 1, 2. Oh, I missed it by 1. How much damage did he do? Oh, if you would have just rolled a little bit lower, I would be alive.
He would be alive.
But the 5 is going to kill him with the +2. Is that what you get?
Yeah.
Oh. And my reincarnated blade champion is super dead finally. This is where the board state looks at the end of turn 2. We're only into turn 2?
Yep.
All right. I did get storm hostile objectives, so I'm going to gain 4 victory points for that. And at the end of turn 2, going into turn 3, it's 34 to 25 in favor of me. Going into round 3 at the beginning, it is going to be Ridley's turn. Let's see what cards you get this time.
We both go up to 1 command point. I'm at 1, Dad's at 2, and I draw 2 of my cards. The first one is
Sabotage.
That one should be doable. We also have Cleanse.
Oh wow, you got 2 that you probably could do.
Cleanse means that I have to cleanse 1 or 2 more objectives, and Sabotage means I have to sabotage a building.
How do you do that?
Using my shooting and my move and my fighting and my charging actions. The Bloodthirster's first gonna roll, and he passes and will heal 3 wounds. So he's up to 6 wounds, which means your Blade Guard champion did nothing.
Did nothing to him.
Then Rodriguez, I'm gonna auto pass him.
You're gonna auto
because
pass?
I need him to burn this objective. He heals 2, so he's up to 3.
Fantastic. You can find the 3.
Gotta find the 3 here. There we go.
Work.
And then the Great Unclean One. This one, I don't really care if he fails. He's done his work. He passes though.
He passes.
And heals 3 wounds.
Wow, that's really good, Ridley.
Seems a lot of their guys healed. He is now moving up to 10 hit points remaining, which means he does not have to take a battle shock test anymore. All they need to do is take away. The dogs now have to take a battle shock test, and they're on a 7-up. They fail, but that's okay. The Bloodthirster is going to try to go around here and charge into this unit of dudes and try to kill them all. Bellacore is going to move back and stop the burning process. Great Unclean One's going to go up here and just tank all those guys and hopefully kill a few. And Rodriguez is going to start burning this objective. And the dogs are just really just going to move on. I'll just do this one quickly. The dogs are just going to move up 12 inches here, moving right here. and they're going to go try to take down some of these prosecutors here.
When you do that, I'm going to spend a command point to overwatch them with my shield guard. I have 8 attacks, but they hit on 6s because I'm overwatching. So let's hope we get a few. I got a couple of 6s in there. And then they're going to wound you on 2s. Oh, wait, I got strength 4. What's your toughness?
4.
4,
So
so
on
they're
3s.
wounding on 3s. So let's see, I got 2 wounds against you.
5 ups.
You got 5 ups. You made
Okay,
1.
the guy I need to pass is alive.
So you do take 2 damage, which kills one of the dogs.
Okay, so now I have officially moved all 4 of my big guys up. We start with the dog moved up. So all my big guys are left alive, but I'm running out of units now. So we'll see what happens. It is now going to go into the shooting phase, and we're going to start with the Great Unclean One. Oh, at the end of the wound phase, the Great Unclean One is going to be selecting this unit for -1 toughness, and he is going to shoot into that unit. The Bloodthirster is going to shoot into this unit, and Be'lakor will shoot into this unit if he has line of sight, which I will check real quick here, which he indeed does.
Okay, that looks great.
And actually, you know what, at that point, we're going to select this unit for -1 toughness, because then Be'lakor will get buffs, he'll get buffs, and he'll get buffs.
Oh, looks like it's a buff party.
We're going to start with the Great Unclean One. He has his whip, who is going to get 6 attacks plus
Oofda.
1. That is going to be a whopping 7 attacks.
That's out of control.
Hitting on 3s because he doesn't really like shooting as much as he likes melee. He fails 3.
That's
Good
good.
for you. Strength 7, you have a toughness of 6, so on 3s, he gets all of them.
Oh, wow.
Only had devastating wounds there. And then you are going to be wounding or saving on 4+, because AP 2.
4+. I saved 3. So
That
I'm
is going to be
take
2 damage, which
2
kills the guy.
damage. It is. That's going to kill the guy that had 2 left. So we're going to lose this guy because I'm brilliant. It's my OC generator that decided to actually
If you want to, I
destroy.
would be fine if you just pick a different guy.
Wow, you're way too kind. Then I would do it that way.
Well, you
instead.
have to keep him here, so I'd put like...
Well, then he's not going to be in coherency, and I'm going to lose all my
Yeah,
units.
so I'd pick him.
We're just going to lose this guy. That's totally fine.
Putrid Vomit, 6 attacks plus 3.
What?
But unfortunately, since I didn't select this unit for the -1 toughness, I have a strength of 5, and you do indeed still have a toughness of 6.
Yes.
So he is on 5s. It didn't seem to matter very much. He only got 1 wound, and it
One
wouldn't have
wound.
mattered even if I had.
And I get to roll on what is the AP on that?
AP 1, 2.
2. So I'm still on my 4 ups, and I make it.
All
so
right.
You guys are all good.
It is now Be'lakor's time to shine. He is going to yet again use his hazardous weapon, as he did last time. Hopefully he doesn't explode. Hitting on 2s, he rolls a 1, because that's his ability. I don't think selecting any other ability would be useful here. He hits all but 1, and hits all of them now.
Fantastic.
And then he has a strength of 6, and you have a toughness of 5 now on that unit, because I made the -1 toughness.
Oh, no. So you get
3s.
3s.
That's 1 devastating wound.
And then lots
And
of these
lots of
3s.
these hits on AP 3.
AP 3. All right, I'm on 4 ups for my unit here. Let's see how it goes. I missed 1, 2, 3, 4. So you did a total of 5 wounds to the group?
Yep. Now, the reason they don't get benefit of cover is because he ignores cover. So
he
you might as well
ignores
just forget about cover.
Because otherwise, going even through here, even though he touched this guy would technically get a better save
Yes.
against that. But okay, I'll take 5 damage. So we're going to lose this
And
guy.
technically not, because it's AP 3, so it would just go to a 4 up.
It would just go to invulnerable save. So that's 1. Then after you lose another 3, so I guess I'm going to lose this guy, which is also an OC generator.
Isn't that 4, though?
Yep, he's going to have another one, so that's going to be 4. So that does keep another guy alive with 2 health left, which I think is going to be the way to go. It has to be that guy. That's my shield
I only hit
captain.
5 of them, so he did not take any damage, actually.
Oh, he didn't? That's fantastic. How about that? Things are good.
We got 2 things. First, hazardous check for Be'lakor.
And
He's fine.
he's
Flawlessly
gonna-
passes.
Oh, so if you get a 1, that's bad.
Yeah. And
Okay.
D6 attacks for the Bloodthirster. He gets 4.
I like it. 4
He
attacks.
has a strength of 5. He automatically hits.
Oh, boy. Okay, strength of
He,
5.
he wounds you once.
Once. All right. I get a... What's the AP?
AP 1.
Oh, so I'm wound. Nope, that didn't help. So how much damage do I take?
1.
So I'm going to have 2 wounds left on this one right there.
This dog here is going to shoot into the prosecutors, hopefully killing them all. Probably not, though, because he doesn't have an AP. But he has D6 shots, torrent weapon. The dog gets one shot.
shot.
We're going to roll this
Love
lucky
it.
dice one more time.
All right.
He rolls
You get
another 1.
You didn't get anything from him. Yep.
This is an unfailable charge. Yeah, he makes it.
You're going to charge in here?
Yeah, pretty much unfailable.
All right. Oh, yeah, you got a 6 plus something. Don't even know what it is, but it's okay. You're just going to hang out just like that?
Actually, no. We're going to just pile in like that because I want to stay on the objective but I want to stay as far away as possible from another unit of guard that's
Oh,
coming.
come on, but they're just happy people of it.
5-inch charge for the Bloodthirster here. He barely makes it.
Wow, you got a 6.
And he is going to fly on in there, and he's going to hopefully kill the entire unit. This is about an 8 or 9-inch charge. It's going to be a rough one. And he gets a 10.
You got a 10. It's off the camera, but it's right there. So you get your Be'lakor does get around.
Let's just make sure. He gets 6 this way. Then he gets to go 3 that way. Yep, he is indeed in.
No, I tried to hide my guy. Didn't work, did it, Ridley?
No. So Dad is most likely going to pop in. So we're going to have the Bloodthirster go first because he has most likely chance of death. On 2s.
Okay.
With 2 3-1s.
I love the 3
love
ones.
those ones.
That's fantastic. Now you're wounding on 2s as well?
2s.
All right.
With 1-1. And so all those on a 4-up.
All right, all these on a 4-up.
And pretty much the entire unit will die if you fail.
Let's see how we do here. I need 4-ups. I missed 1.
That sucks. That means that he's
really,
gonna
really good.
He's dead,
Well,
but
he's super dead. But I got the rest of my unit is still there. So this guy is going to die.
we all have
And
our
I still have these 2 guys left. And I am going to spend 2 command points to jump in over here against the Great Unclean One, all right? That's going to be my plan. That leaves me with 0 command points for my team, but I am going to pile in against this guy, which actually puts one of the people on the objective, which is super good. Now, because I piled in, now I've become 6 inches closer here. So again, this unit has pretty much been the downfall of my existence. It prevented my Lars Commander Lars unit from getting the Lion's Detachment, and now it's again preventing Trajan's unit from getting the Lars.
You should have probably
thing.
just let it die by the
I should have
Bloodthirster.
just let him attack me, and I would have been able to attack back. Well, I would have had to pile in when I fought him anyway. I'm going to use my once per battle ability that I got back for Trajan to pop his 12 attacks. Now, because of all this shenanigans of me not getting away from 6 inches from my guys, I still hit on 2s, but this time my Martial Kata I'm going to take his lethal hits, which means that all of my 6s are actually just going to be straight up wounds that he's going to have to roll to save. So I'll roll these up and see how we do. All these 6s do turn into lethal hits instead of sustained hits, which is going to be better because I'm going to be wounding on 5s, which sometimes this is better. And that was actually pretty good. Now the 2s, I need to take out all the 1s.
Trajan even failed.
There we go. Okay. Now these I'm going to roll to wound, and they're all going to be 5s because I've got 7 strength and 10 strength respectively. And you've got more toughness than
Yeah,
that.
way more.
All right, so I need 5s to wound. Let's see how this goes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, this is actually doing. I'm a little pleased with this, Ridley. We'll see how this goes. These
All right,
are,
4-ups. He is the lucky Great Unclean One. Has been rolling very good this game.
He has been. This
He's
is true.
probably going to fail me now.
All right, 4-ups. How do you do?
He actually doesn't fail me too bad. He still rolls pretty well.
And one more here. There you go. Okay, that's going to be what you took for damage
3,
then?
6, 9.
So these are
2, 4, 6.
Yep.
So
So this is 5, 10,
15.
15. You get 15 4-up. Feel no pains. Let's see if you can survive these, Ridley.
I think that he can do this.
You think so?
Yeah, he's pretty decent at rolling good.
He's pretty decent and rolling good.
We'll
Hopefully he
see.
rolls
Come on,
pretty
Great
good.
Unclean One.
4-up. Feel no pain. Yeah, he did just
Yeah,
fine.
he only fails. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
that's how it goes.
He
How we
only
do?
took
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
7, 8 damage. He is alive with 2 hit points left.
Oh, again, he's up to 2. That's ridiculous.
He now is going to be going down to 2 wounds left thanks to that 4-up Feel No Pain.
Oh, man, it's like these demons don't ever die. Okay, go ahead and
On
destroy
2s.
this guy.
Oh, thank goodness for rerolls of 1.
Oh, you get to reroll 1s? That's no good.
Still 1 fail.
All right, and then you wound on what?
2s, because I have a strength of 14.
Oh, strength of 14. These guys
That's
are
all of
really
them.
cool.
And
Okay.
that's 2 devastating wounds.
Oh, devastating wounds. How much do those do?
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1. Roll these first. What the heck? See what happens here.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, he took 9 damage.
We're just gonna...
Get him out of there. He's super dead.
It is the Great Unclean One's time to shine. Let's see him kill the unit. Oh boy, this is not going to go well. All right, on 3s. He fails 2 only with 3 lethal. That's 4 lethal
All
hits.
right, they're just straight in there. You don't have to roll the
4-ups.
I need 4-ups. Let's see how this goes. I missed only 1.
D6 plus 2 because Eroticus. I forgot to mention that. Eroticus is selecting that unit.
Okay, 1.
3 damage.
But, 3 damage, really?
Yep.
Everything is 3 damage. That's out of control. All right, we're going to lose that guy back there.
All right, we're just going to roll these here because I don't think it's going to do anything. He hits every single one.
That's fantastic.
Strength 5.
All right, I've got toughness of not 5. Oh,
1 wound.
1 wound, maybe.
AP 1. AP 1.
With 1 AP, that's going to put me at a 4-up save because I normally have a 3-up save. I got a 2, so I take 1. How much
One
damage?
is dead.
1 guy. All right, we're going to lose this guy back here. That's fantastic. I get to fight back with these guys. I get 4 attacks. They hit on 3s. Let's see how we do right here. I missed with 1, and they have a strength of 3. What's your toughness?
4.
4, so I'm wounding on what, 5s?
Yeah, wait, do they get the abilities or no?
They don't get anything. No, they did not get any of the abilities. I got 0 wounds. They're awesome. The only unit I have left to fight is these, and I can pile this guy in, can't I?
You're already in base content. You're fine.
Well, and actually, to tell you the truth, it's probably best he stays here because I have 2, 4, 6 objective points right now.
Oh, yeah.
They will hit on 2s, and I'm going to take lethal hits again with these guys, and I get a total of 10 attacks. Well, no, I don't. I get more than that. I get...
You have your sword, and then you have your spear.
Yeah, I get the spears going to be 6 attacks each. There's actually 7 attacks with that Guardian Spear that my shield captain has. And they hit on 2s, and they're going to take lethal hits.
And they're winning on 5s because
they are going
they
to
hate life.
on 5s, yes. Now the question is, I could pop my shield captains once per turn, once per battle ability, which I think I'm going to do, meaning that they get both Martial Kata abilities right now.
Nice.
So that entire unit gets lethal hits and sustained hits 1.
Nice. I'd like to see 0/6s.
Nope, I got 2. So that means we're going to get 2 lethal hits, but they're also going to come back as sustained hits.
Come back as the 1s.
They'll just come back as the 1s. I like that. And their strength is not enough to put me too high. I'm all going to be wounding on 5s here, ready?
Yes.
All right, we're going to wound on 5s. Let's see how this goes. I hit with 1, 2, 3. Now, good news, Ridley. I get to reroll my entire wound roll because I own that objective.
Nice.
All right, here we go. I need 5s. I got 1 more. So we did a total of 2, 4, 6 wounds.
4 ups.
You get 4 ups. 2,
Just
4,
enough
6.
to kill him.
I killed him. He is done. But can he does he have deadly demise?
He
or whatever?
does. And if I roll 6, he explodes.
He explodes? Nope, you
He
got a
rolled a
1. He does not explode.
Deadly Demise is basically a roll that most monsters and vehicles have that basically when they die, they can do some mortals when they explode.
Okay, but you needed a
He's just
6 to
gonna
do
die.
that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good. I got one of your demons off the table. Took me, what, a ton of turns.
At the end of the turn, I'm going to discard Sabotage because this thing sucks, and we're going to keep Cleanse because you never know, maybe this Rodriguez after he's done burning can just cleanse.
Also, at the end of your turn, I was able to gain the points for Defend Stronghold because, well, I still defended. At this point, we'll be moving into the bottom of turn 3. I have to do Battle Shock tests first, I believe, before I draw my cards. So I'm going to do Battle Shock. These guys save on a 6. Are you doing any shenanigans?
You are -1 to your leadership.
Why is that?
Because of the Shadow of Chaos army roll.
Oh, no. All right, so I need a 7 for these guys. I got a 9, so they're able to make it. Now, Trajan has a 5, so he has to get a 6 or better,
Yes.
correct? We're going to roll our sting. I got an 8. So both my guys did pass Battle Shock. You know what that means, Ridley? I hold this objective. So at the start, so when I go to score points, I am going to be holding 2 objectives, giving myself, I believe, 10 points, correct? Mm-hmm. And now I get to draw my cards. The first one I have is going to be Establish Locus. So at the start of the shooting phase, I have to perform an action. In 1 unit from my army. At the end of your turn, if you are within your opponent's deployment zone or within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield, I will be able to complete this. And I'm going to get 2 points if my unit established locus this turn and is within 6 of the center of the battlefield. Of course, if I can establish locus in my opponent's deployment zone, I'd be able to get 4 points. Our second card is going to be Cleanse. This is also the start of my shooting phase. I have to do actions and I wouldn't be able to fight. It says 1 or more units from your army within range of an objective marker that is not within your deployment zone. At the end of your turn, if the unit performing this action is still within range of the same objective marker and you control that objective marker, I can complete this. And it says at the end of the turn, if the objective marker is cleansed by your army unit, I get 2 points. Or if I'm able to do 2 or more objective markers, I get 4 points, or 5 points, which is going to be pretty good. I don't know if we can do all that though. Moving into my movement phase, that's kind of funny to say, I am going to attempt to maybe be a little tricky here. This unit I'm going to try to get up and be able to shoot the Great Unclean One. This one is probably going to be doing one of my objectives, the Established Locust one, and then I'm going to try to get this one to get over to this objective marker over here and start working on that, trying to get some points. I used my command point to fall back, shoot, and charge with Trajan's unit. Move these people over here so they can still use their established locus because I'm still within 6 inches of the center of this. The only unit I have left that's going to move is this unit right here, and they are going to advance and try to take down the Great Unclean One with their shooting. They're going to advance 2, so that means they're only going to go 8 inches. This is the end of my movement phase. We're going to go into my shooting phase. They are going to perform the action for Established Locus, and so I'll be able to get 2 points for that. And we're going to shoot with this unit into the Great Unclean One. I'm going to be able to shoot with all of my infantrymen there. I'm hitting on 2s. I missed with 1, and I'm going to be wounding on 5s. And I get to re-roll 1s for this wound roll, which is going to help right here. We'll re-roll that into a non-hit. I only was able to do 2 wounds to you.
He passes both.
Oh, he sasses both. That's no good. Okay, he's good there. That's fantastic. Now I'm going to shoot with Trajan's unit as well. They each get to shoot a total of 2 times. Now Trajan's is going to be using the red dice for his Screaming Eagle, which is a little bit better. We're going to roll these up. I need 2s to hit. They all hit. And then I need to wound on 5s because they're only strength 4.
And no rerolls.
I get no rerolls with this one. And I got 3 wounds, one of them being Trajan's. So if you just want to roll those dice, how do we do?
Well,
Nope,
too many.
you rolled-
Too many.
You rolled
Too many.
4. Here, roll. There you go.
It's how many of them? 3?
3, and you need what? 5
4s.
4s?
Passes
Really?
all of
You
them.
passed them all. He is out of control. Well, that did not go as exactly as I had planned. Your guy is out of control, Ridley.
Yes, he is very good.
I am going to charge into here now. I need a 4 in order to get in there. I got a 6. So I'm able to get 6 inches into this enemy. We're going to move into the fight phase. Since I did charge, I get fights first. So those guys hopefully will take this guy down. He has 2 wounds. Come on, guys, let's do it. These are all going to be hitting on 2s against the Great Unclean One.
Look at all those ones.
And I did not like 1s. And I also get to bring back 2 because of my sustained hits. At least Trajan hit with everything. Now we're going to be wounding on 4s again.
Yes,
Let's
because
see
plus 1.
Because I get +1. This time I actually got the +1. And let's see if that actually helped. Well, it didn't help. It helped Trajan a couple times. All right, here we go, Ridley. Look at all these saves. Now you have to get, what, a 4+ with
Yeah, let's
these?
see the Great Unclean One do this.
All right, let's see if he can do it again. Nope.
No, he did not.
Failed a few this time.
Especially Trajan's.
Those are bad. That's like 3 damage each.
2, 4, 6, and that's 6 from Trajan too. So 12 in total.
Yep, 12 total. See if you can do your 4-up feel no pains against all this.
I need to make every single one of these.
You do need to make every single one of those.
He was close.
He was very
He
close,
failed
Ridley.
3, just enough to kill him.
And he only had 2 health, so he is off the board. Now, he does have Deadly Demise, doesn't he?
Let's
you should get
see
your
if
Deadly
he-
Demise die out so you can roll a 1 with it, which would be absolutely fantastic.
Explode.
He did not. He rolled a 1. See, I told you this die rolls 1s.
Bye-bye, Great Unclean One.
He held up quite a bit, Ridley. We're going to move into this combat next, and since I am not fight first here, the dog gets to attack first.
Let's see this dog do it.
What does he need to hit?
3, so he failed.
Failed 2, but he hit with 1. What's this? My
It is
toughness
on 3s because I'm strength 5.
Okay, well, roll that again. Let's get in the
Nope, he failed.
Nope, he failed. All right, I've got 4 attacks, Ridley. Are you ready?
I don't
Here they
expect
come.
much to happen.
Oh, actually, I get 2 attacks each, so I actually have 8 attacks. 2, 4.
Did you do that wrong last time?
4, 6, 8. I probably did. I probably should have got more attacks. This guy probably should be super dead. I do hit on 3s because my weapon skill is 3, and then my strength for these is only 3.
So 5s.
I need 5s. Come on, guys, let's get these 5s. I got 1.
He's gonna live.
He's gonna live. And what's he get?
He does have 1 hit point remaining.
Because the dogs normally have 2 health.
We're going to be spending our stratagem on the Realm of Chaos, which means that Be'lakor will be able to go into Deep Strike reserves, which means I won't get the objective, but he has a very sneaky plan that he's going to do.
Uh-oh.
I'm also going to be getting 10 points for burning this objective. Good job, Rodriguez. You managed to live and burn an objective and gain health. No, I'm just kidding. He's at 3, don't worry.
He's my next target, Ridley. I'm going to try to take that guy down.
I'm going to discard Cleanse as there's really no way for me to get it anymore, but I don't get CP for it because it's at the end of your turn as opposed to my turn. The score currently is 45 to 39 at the start of turn 4.
I'm losing, huh?
Well, so far, but I don't think that'll last much longer. Rodriguez will have to take a battle shock test. I really need him to pass this. He passes and gets to heal
No, he gets to heal again?
1 wound.
Well, one's
so he's up
better
to
than
4
nothing.
wounds left.
All right, and then we'll move into getting some cards for you.
I should have drawn these before I rolled for battle shock, but we have Bring It Down, which is impossible, so that's going to not be a thing. Then we have Extend Battle Lines. Nice, great. And
We have-
Secure No Man's Land.
Oh, good luck with that.
I need 1 objective marker in No Man's Land.
Oh, that's it? You could probably do that.
The only movement I'm going to be getting is Rodriguez, and he's just going to kind of move around there because he has no objective here to defend anymore. That is my move-in phase. Rodriguez did have to move around the building because he's a monster, so he can't move through them. I decided not to advance him because I do want him to try to shoot those dudes. I can advance and charge if I spend a command point on it, but I think it's better to possibly have him be able to shoot the unit and then charge the unit as well. Battle shock test for the dog as well. He passes, actually, but he doesn't get to heal anything because he doesn't have shadow. The dog here is going to move back 6 inches right behind the wall so he can't be shot at. And we're going to drop Be'lakor. We're going to spend a command point to 6-inch deep strike him right next to these guys to try to take away the home objective and hopefully burn it is what I'm really hoping for.
That was your tricky, sneaky thing, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Rodriguez here is going to be shooting this unit. 2d6 shots. He will get a whopping 7.
Oh, no.
Pretty good. He automatically hits strength of 8, and I believe you only have a toughness of 6.
I do.
On 3s, 1 failure
Wow.
and 2 devastating wounds.
Oh, I just have to take those, don't I?
So that's going to be 4 wounds. You have to make 4 ups.
All right, 4 ups on these. Let's see how I do. I did pretty good. I only failed 1, so how much damage do I
That's
take?
3 damage. Your die is dead.
So we're going to lose our last unit in there, which means I don't have to take battle shock tests anymore because I am just a single character.
Bellicor is going to use his hazardous check. Let's see if he passes. He does indeed pass. He's rolled a 6 a ton there. But he's going to shoot to the Sisters of Silence because they're kind of on the objective. On 2s.
That's on 2s, huh?
With
Look at those.
rerolls of 1s.
Oh, you get to reroll those ones? Here,
All of them.
There's another one right there you can reroll.
All of
Yeah,
them.
Sure, why don't they all hit?
And
That'd be
then with a
fantastic.
strength of, I think it's 6. Yeah, strength 6.
No, I don't have that toughness.
All right, on 2s.
That's probably, oh
2
boy.
fails with 3 devastating wounds, or 4 devastating wounds.
4 devastating wounds? I don't have to roll anything. They're all just dead.
But you get 4 feel no pains.
Oh, I do
This is a psychic attack.
Oh, it's a psychic attack. Yes, my Sisters of Silence actually have an amazing ability that says when they're attacked with with a model that has psychic attacks, I get a 3-up feel no pain.
Well, you can roll these dice and see how many of you fail.
I hopefully not. Now I don't get to use my feel no pain against devastating wounds.
You do get to use them against devastating. But first you have to roll your saving throws because you are on 6 ups here.
Oh, I get to go 6-up saves as well. That's fantastic. None of them worked. Now
All
I
right.
have to roll 3-ups.
3 ups. Let's
All
see how
right.
many guys die.
None. None are going to die. Check this out. Look at that. I only lost 1, 2. 2 people dead. I've got 2 left. I'm going to remove this one and this one, I guess. I guess that's the deal because you always want to keep your painted miniatures, right? All right. You're going to try to charge into there?
Let's see if he makes
You need a
this.
6, right?
He makes
You
it.
got a
with
7. That's fantastic. So Bellicor is going to be able to get in on these sisters here just like that. That's awesome. Fantastic.
He needs a big 9-inch
You
charge
need a
here. See if
9.
he can get this.
See if he can get this. He got an 8, Ridley.
We're
I'm
gonna
so sorry.
spend the final command
Your
point
final command point
for
to
a reroll.
reroll this.
This is pretty important here, as I feel like he's gonna die if he fails
Yeah,
this.
he's going to die if he fails this.
He passes.
Oh, he makes it with a 10. Oh, no, this poor shield captain hasn't got a lot. Well, he's going to be in big trouble.
Here comes Rodriguez on 3s.
It's on 3s.
Ooh, he rolls pretty badly.
I like
but
that.
that is a lethal hit.
Oh, barf.
And then on 3s.
Wounds on 3s as well. So
All right,
wounds
3.
with 3.
But basically every single one of these is a dead. He could die here.
Oh, no. So I need 4
4
ups?
ups.
All right, let's see how I do. I missed 1. How much damage do I
4
get?
damage because Rodriguez is +1 damage buff. So
Well,
you're
then
still
I have
2
2
wounds
wounds left. I'm going to be alive with 2 wounds on my shield captain. Bellicor is just going to destroy these 2. Hits on 2, wounds on 2. There's no reason to roll that. I am not surviving that attack. He can then go on the objective he wants to, Ridley.
We'll see with the measurements and everything. I did decide just to push Bellicor just a tiny bit on it.
All right, sounds like a plan. It's my turn to fight. I'm going to use my shield captain to see if I can take down Rodicus with only 4 wounds left. I have 7 attacks hitting on 2s. Let's see how this goes. I hit with everything, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sustained wounds, Ridley. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, this guy's... He has come to play, Ridley. He has come to play. I have a strength of 7
Toughness of 12, so on 4s.
on 4s. Normally 5s, but I get +1 to wound. So I'm wounding on 4s. I miss with just a few. So what's your save on this?
I'll get a
Ridley?
4-up save here.
4-up save.
And he does not want. I'm not even gonna roll
Wow.
my. I'm not even gonna roll my feel no pains there. Let's see if he explodes. If he
right.
explodes here, this guy will die.
This is going to be really bad.
No, he
Oh,
rolls
he
5.
did not.
We are going to be removing this guy from the board, and that is the 3rd big dude you have killed.
I love it. Our battlefield is set up like this. There's still a dog back here, and of course I've got my shield captain that has come to play over there. It's going to go into the bottom of turn 4. And I still have cleanse, which I'm probably going to be able to do, but I'm also going to be able to draw another one. And I don't have anybody that needs to take battle shock anymore. Oh, I think I have to have Trajan's unit
This
take a
unit
battle
will also
shock.
take a battle shock now that he's taken too
no,
much
he's
damage.
taken 2 wounds. All right, so our shield captain needs a 6 or better. Let's see how he does. He passed. He got an 11.
Yes, because no shadow chaos anymore.
Right, and now I need a 5 or better for Trajan, and I got a 7. So a 7 is going to pass his battle shock as well. I'm going to draw a card. I only get 1. Let's see what we got. We have Bring It Down. I got Bring It Down.
Nice. You can take down Bellicor.
I cannot take down Bellicor. Basically, I have to kill him, and if I bring him down, I'm going to be able to get 4 victory points.
I am going to be discarding extend battle lines here, or not extend battle lines. Sorry. Actually, yeah, extend battle lines. This is the one we're discarding.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be using a command point to get new orders. I'm going to get rid of Bring It Down. I don't think I have a way of taking Bellicor out. So instead, I'm going to draw a new card. Hopefully, this is going to be a better one for me. I have Sabotage. It says here, when your opponent's turn, if you unit committed this turn is not within your opponent's deployment zone, I get 3 points. If I'm in my deployment zone, I get 6 victory points. And what I need to do is I need to have a person on a terrain feature, and then I have to spend my shooting action in order, or do an action in order to sabotage it. And I'd be able to get 6 points if I can do it in your deployment zone. I'm also going to gain 5 victory points because I still hold that center objective, which is awesome. I'm going to move Trajan's unit into this area over here, allowing me to sabotage this area. And the next turn, we might go for that objective in the back. Over here, I am going to move my person more into the middle of this objective. I don't think it's really going to matter, but that way, in case Ridley's got some tricks or something, I can hopefully keep on holding that objective, and I'll try to burn it next turn. But for now, I am actually going to establish locusts into this one with my shooting. I am going to sabotage using my shooting action here with this group. I've moved my unit to right here. They're going to try to charge into Bellicor. Right now, I only have one person on this objective. If I don't make this charge, I'm not going to be even having a chance of holding that objective, and he's going to burn the whole thing to the ground. I need a 6 in order to do this, and I got an 11.
That's nice. You get
That's
it.
fantastic. So we're going to charge right into him just like this.
You have to watch out for the dog. Just remember that.
I do have to watch out for the dogs. I have to stay out of engagement range, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to put my guys just like that, so they're still out of engagement range of your dog and into Bellicor. And I do get to fight first because of that. Now, Ridley, I'm going to activate my ability to give my character, that whole unit, both of the martial kata abilities, meaning my 6s are not only going to be sustained 1, but also lethal.
Okay.
I need to get 2s or better to hit. Let's see here, we missed this one, and this one, and this one. But I get to bring 1, 2, 3 dice back, and I get 3 lethal hits, so we're going to take those out, just like that. Up here, the red ones are the sword, so again, I get to bring 2 dice in, and these 2 are lethal. They're going to go over here. Now, we have to wound on 4s, if I remember right.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. And you get 4s or better. You ready? All right, 4s or better. I miss with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I hit with quite a bit of these, but now, Ridley, you want to know the bad news?
You get to reroll them.
Get to re-roll my wound rolls because those are shield guard. Or then I only...
Didn't make much of a difference.
No, I didn't. I only got 4 more. So these are all the wounds you have to make. Everything is at -2 AP except for the shield captain's sword is only 1 AP.
Doesn't matter. 4-up save.
Oh, you got a 4-up save? Doesn't matter what my AP is. Oh my gosh, look at all those saves, Ridley. I'm going to take out the ones that you did do. See how you did. That's still quite a bit I think I got through on you, which is going to help. These are saves. Look at that. Okay, all right, now, do you get any feel no pain with this
No,
guy?
I do not. How much damage?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
He has 3 wounds left.
No! So now that my attacks are complete, it's going to be Bellicor's turn.
All right, 7 attacks on 2s. He rolls 1 fail, re-rolls all of them.
They all hit. And
And then
wound on 2s?
Strength of 14. So yeah,
I
on
only got a
2s.
6, so you're going to wound on 2s as
1
well.
fail, 2 devastating so far.
Oh, devastatings are bad.
And just 2 devastatings.
Oh no, okay. I can't save against the devastatings, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I got 4, and I'm going to guess your AP puts me on a 4-up and vulnerable save. So I need a 4 or better with these. I missed 1. So I do take how much damage each?
D6 plus 1.
All right, so roll them up. D6.
Dead,
and not
I'm
dead.
going to spend a command point to reroll that
All right.
with my 8 kabillion command points.
8 kabillion command
And
points.
he's dead.
All right, so 3 of my shield guard are off the board. That's going to leave me with just my shield captain, and my OC is only 2. What's Bellicor's?
5.
Oh, no, you've got that objective still. At the end of my turn, I am going to score both cleanse and sabotage for 8 points.
Going to the top of turn 5, it is 45 to 52.
It's a close battle, but I don't know if you're able to pull this one out, Ridley.
I do not either. Here is my secondary. It is going to be recover assets, and I'm going to spend a command point to discard that, and we are going to get area denial instead.
Ooh.
Here comes Bellicor with the battle shock test, and he fails.
With a 3. Oh no, Ridley, that's terrible. Sadly, with that failed battle shock roll, Ridley's not going to get the 5 points, and we pretty much feel that's going to seal the deal. The Custodians are going to come out ahead. Here's the way the battlefield shaped up at the end. There was a lot of bloodshed done here in the battle, but as we said, most likely I'll be able to take this. I'll keep a hold of that objective. I'll probably burn it on my turn. I'll be able to maybe get to the back objective and burn that. And of course, I've got my secondaries. The score at the time before we even went into the turn was 45 to 52. And
Nope, it was 40 to 52.
40 to 52. And I would probably be able to take down Be'lakor here with my shield captain. If not, it was going to be too hard for Ridley to probably come back from this. So that is a victory for the Custodies in our league. That was super fun. I had a blast. Let's talk about this, Ridley. So there you have it. That was our 2,000 point battle report. Victory to the Custodies, not to the Demons. No. And there we go. I got another win in the league, which I'd have to say this league has been phenomenal. Every person in it that I've played has been such a great experience. And they've been really good sports. They've even helped me out learning more about this game, haven't they?
Yes.
And on top of that, we've only been in it for a few months, and I made some really good friends in this hobby through the league and through the hobby itself. We even play them outside of the league, don't we? It's super fun. So I'm glad to be part of that league. Now, we need to talk about the game, right? Because Custodies did great. But you know, not everything was roses, was it? My 12-inch charge, that was amazing. I mean, 11-inch actually, but I made it a 12-inch charge. Couldn't believe it. And then found out that my Custodian guard was totally in the wrong spot. And they were pretty much the bane of my existence that entire battle. Every time I wanted to do something, they were just not in the right spot. Hey, I'm over here, come charge next to me. It wasn't that great. Anyway, how about you, Ridley? What do you think about your team?
My team performed pretty well. Those blood crushers I've rendered useless. They are not useful at all.
All right.
And the Be'lakor failing his battle shock test was definitely a very sad moment.
That was a sad moment. Anything great that happened?
I don't really think so. There wasn't really anything that really great that happened.
Well, it's okay.
Well, the Great Unclean one's surviving for like a million turns.
Yeah, well, he does do that. Even against the Custodies, he did that. And he actually managed him and just a couple other people managed to wipe out that entire Laris group. That was pretty devastating to me. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battle report. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell symbol. So of course you can watch more battle reports and of course anything else that we do here on Meet Me at the Table. At the time of this recording, Ridley and I are both going to Renegade, which is a big 40k tournament here in Minnesota. If you see either of us there, stop by, say hi, tell us you saw our videos and enjoy what we do. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. And if you're excited to see more 40k battle reports or, of course, anything else, then I need you to meet me at the table.